Okay, and we are recording. There we go. Okay. Hello there, whoever is watching this little broadcast here, probably on Mr. Tommy's YouTube. This is Shadow of the Broker, a modular uh, Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign. Of course, we also use the other books, Age of Rebellion, Force and Destiny, even though it's still in beta. But anyway, yeah, this is Hunting for Answers Part 2. It's also the 13th game of the Shadow of the Broker series. We're getting up there. It's lucky 13, right, guys?
Right. We'll see how lucky we are.
Pretty much. Right. Anyway, so I actually ended up messing up the crawl text. So I will read it after everyone introduces themselves. I think let's see, we have. Tommy, I think you should take it away since you are the senior guy.
Oh yeah, sure. Quick question though. My Roll20 isn't showing anything. Is it up for you?
Let me.
He may have us on the wrong.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
You know what's funny? Mine's not showing the thing I have up. I don't know what's what that was.
It just spawned once you clicked whatever that was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny that you chose this artwork. This was something that I wanted to use for Core-Fi, actually.
Nice.
Doesn't quite look as friendly.
These are all by the same guy, by the way. I think all of them except one, and I also got like a stock photo of something. You'll know when you see it.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
He's on DeviantArt. Oh, what was his name?
Does it start with an A?
No, it starts with an M. It's Mark someone. It's actually on the thing, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You can always
I'll
put
have
it in
to
the
look that
comments
up.
of the video.
Yep.
I will.
Oh, so anyway, sorry. Introductions. So I am playing Jasper Sunflare, who is one of the team's medics. He is Force sensitive, but he does not use a lightsaber. He wasn't raised as a Jedi. He basically found out about his Force sensitivity after an earthquake when he let a bunch of people die, even though he could sense them because he was too scared to reveal his abilities. So he has pretty much been on the run, trying not to catch the notice of the people who got rid of the Jedi with Order 66 and whatnot. But he did run into an Inquisitor, but thankfully the Inquisitor lost his trail, but he is still in danger when he's around Hank, because Hank loves to use his lightsaber. And if Hank sees this later, we all love you, Hank.
Cool.
That's it.
All right, it would totally be Boj next.
Alrighty. Boj is a Twi'lek who used to be a reality TV show host star. It was a show that basically painted the Empire in a favorable light, showed them as being, just a continuation of the Republic and that they weren't racist or speciest or anything like that. Once the Imperial Senate was finally dissolved, Boj's show was canceled, and he realized how crappy the Empire is, and he kind of been avoiding that. So he spent the last year or so just kind of bumming around and then found work with the broker. And that's pretty much all I've got. Pretty soon he'll end up being Supreme Leader, but that's
That's to come.
Gotcha. All right. How about we gotta hear Shrebecca's intro now.
So Shrebecca is a Wookiee hired gun heavy. He was on Kashyyyk when Darth Vader and the 501 invaded. And so after the battle, he was enslaved for about 20 years before he was able to fight and get his freedom from the Imperials. Afterwards, bleeding out, the broker discovered him, and he's been employed for the broker ever since. And so he's interested in recovering Kashyyyk from the Empire and dealing some damage to some slavers out there.
Awesome.
cool.
All right, how about you now, Mr. Dox?
Hi, I'm playing Dox. He's a Clatoonian hired gun bodyguard, and now with a few points in Marauder. He's kind of a fairly religious mercenary type who has kind of recently acquired a small cult following on a remote mining colony, so he's kind of focusing a lot of his energy on keeping those people safe and happy while still working for the broker by, protecting the more squishy people on the crew.
All right, now how about you, Mr. Riz? you're playing Key, correct?
Yep, I am playing Key Vera, a young Togruta thief. He was raised on the Outer Rim planets by his older brother, but eventually his older brother's debts caught up to him, and so bounty hunters came and took him away. He was given the ultimatum to either pay off his brother's debts or never see him again, so now Key Vera has to deal with that however he may.
All right. Now we just have Mr. Jason.
All right, so I am playing Gilvain. He's getting up there. He's about 30. He used to be a businessman back on Typhon, and he's a notorious gambler. He eventually ran out of his gambling luck, racked up a huge debt, and has been on the run. Ever since he's been on the run, he has actually embraced living on the fringe life. He's always out looking for the next big trade that he can do. He's a trader. He's also a bit of a con artist, so watch out for that. That's all I got.
All right, sounds good. The GMPC for tonight is going to be actually Chorus. He is a former pirate out in the Outer Rim. Just through happenstance and circumstance, he ended up working for the broker, and that's where he is right now. But just for this mission, the way I do GMPCs is they're basically a cohort. They just they'll help if you ask them to. Otherwise, they're just observers for the most part. Honestly, just for my own sanity, because I have trouble keeping track of my PC when I'm the GM.
Fair enough.
All right, so without further ado, I guess I'll just have to read off the crawl text instead of getting to play with you cool guys. All right. Just imagine it right now. Okay. Shadow the Broker 13, Hunting for Answers 2, The Train Job. Crawl text is, due to the fine work of the broker's agents in a prior operation on the moon of Loa, the broker has located one of his lost agents, Lorky Toto. Unfortunately, he's being held by slavers on the slaver-run planet of Orvax VI. Apparently being held by Transitions in the capital city, the broker believes he's being moved around on a train to keep his location semi-secret. Uh-oh. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, yes. They believe they're being held by... The agents are to rescue Lorky Toto under the guise of the mercenary company of the Rowdy Raiders. Good luck. Alright. That's... there you go. It wasn't very good, but I did what I could for remembering about it about 10 minutes ago.
So we're the Rowdy Raiders?
Yeah, you'll get the rest in the briefing. Which
sounds awesome so far.
Actually going into right now. Just have the the standard YT, whatever we usually use for moving around. And there's the good old astromech droid that the broker employs coming up to you and displays a little, and you hear the broker's voice come out, and it says, "Greetings, team. The mission is laid before you and require the finesse of a scalpel, not the blunt force of a hammer. On the slaver-ruled world of Orvax VI, man, I really have bad grammar. I never came back and fixed this, apparently. Sorry, yes. Anyway, on the slaver-ruled world of Orvax VI, a wretched hive of scum and villainy, the mission is to extract an intel operative named Lorky Toto. He was captured by the Imperials for being a rebel sympathizer a year or two ago, while under my employ, and then sold by a corrupt Imperial officer to slavers. I tracked the buyers down to this planet, and he is currently up for auction. Apparently, his force sensitivity has come to light, and so the price has reached levels that we consider beyond the pale. So it should take a while before he is sold. We want this done quietly, but if you need to bring down the hammer, then feel free to do so. Our astromech droid will provide you with some false identities as mercenaries. The group you are going to be a part of will be the Rowdy Raiders. Team, bring back our operative at all costs. He has served us for a long time, but deserves the loyalty afforded him." Alright.
Wait, so how is a force sensitive being sold on auction without drawing Imperial intention?
Right.
This is all black market stuff. It might have some Imperial intention.
Well, that should make things interesting.
But is he being advertised that way?
No. As far as the actual advert goes, no.
So how do people justify him being that expensive?
They've.
I'm gonna bring you Hank in a minute.
Okay. Thank you. And, what was I? Sorry. No, they're using slaver lingo, pretty much, meaning for
Okay, so the
special.
potential buyers know he's force sensitive, but they're not letting everyone know.
Exactly.
Okay.
The broker has contacts, so they know. And by the way, if you do want to know, that the price they're wanting is around 5 to around 5 to 10 million credits.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Because
can't buy him at that.
Because he's also a little. You also get a little packet describing Loki Toto. He's an old man in his late 60s. You know, he actually was he was alive during the Clone Wars for a part of that, and he's been working for the broker for pretty much since he can remember. And he's just been. He's old. He's an old, experienced agent that was captured by a fluke. Actually, yeah, just one of those unlucky times, you know. All right, and now you guys are gonna go save him. The Rowdy Raiders, they are an actual mercenary group, but they occasionally deal in slaves. But for the most part, it's a loose collection of people who kind of go under the same banner. So it wouldn't be uncommon for you guys to run into another Rowdy Raiders, group, but not know exactly who they are.
So it's a Bloods and Crips kind of thing.
Huh?
5 seconds, please.
Okay.
I broke the shower. I can't turn it back on.
Okay. Oh yeah, exactly. I need to be right back. Apparently, there's a difficulty in the bathroom. Sorry, I'll be right back.
If I had a nickel for every time.
So when he says scalpel, do you think he means an actual scalpel?
We have a medic, so
Yeah.
I thought we were a whole medic team.
that was another mission. I think we're slavers now,
Yeah.
which goes well with a Wookiee, you know.
We're not the rowdy
Well,
doctors.
so the Wookiee is in his heavy battle armor, so you can't actually tell he's a Wookiee. He's just very tall.
Giant suit of armor.
I don't know. Like, Dox is pretty tall too, so he's
That's true.
He's just a little taller than Dox.
As long as you don't talk.
Yeah, that's a good
We're
point.
definitely not the scalpel kind of guys.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I know.
we'll stay in the back.
So you've got
Or in the front.
heavy battle armor too. So we're just like two guys in heavy battle armor.
Well, yeah, it's the Galactic Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I do remember that. That was a very good bluff. All right. So anyway, do you have any questions for the broker before he signs off?
Oh, quick thing. Jason had a good point. We still need to do our destiny points and our rolls.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You want to? Someone go ahead and roll the percentage dice for the obligation/duty/morality. Yeah. Wait. Well, how come I can't see the destiny? Oh, there we go.
I'll do obligation.
88. I think that doesn't trigger.
Wow.
Gosh, that'd be crazy.
Just barely.
Yeah. Stops at 82.
Wow.
No
Well.
obligation.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do
Everyone gets their strain threshold.
duty. 29.
Okay.
We have 0 duty, I think, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. And then,
It's just your morality.
oh, well then 29. Oh, just my morality. No, ta-da!
That one's easy.
So, are they still doing the whoever's closest to the morality triggers?
Yeah, but I would say, especially, it's up to you. It's just a
No,
GM
I'll
discretion.
just no. I think we'll just keep it.
Okay, so we have 7 destiny
This is good, actually.
points, and it's 4 dark side.
All right, now,
There we go.
actually, as far as obligation goes, who has a bounty on them by chance? Just Key?
On them or a bounty?
Just a bounty actually on them. Just looking something up here.
I mean,
So,
Gil has
Key
a
and you have a small.
I mean, technically it's more of a debt, but
Yeah.
hey, I'm fine if you want to
Yeah.
mess with it.
And
No,
Boges
that's all
is just more he pissed off Cad Bane, who's a bounty hunter, so that's...
Gotcha.
I mean,
All
you
right.
can call it that, I don't care, but that's just a loose term.
No, I got it. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, Shorebecca is classified just as an imperial criminal. I'm sure that comes with some bounty to it, but it's not really defined as that per se.
Nah, it's not important, honestly. I was hoping someone's obligation would trigger because I actually had a great thing to go along with that.
No.
I'm sure you will tomorrow.
The one time no one's obligation decides to trigger. No, okay. Okay, so we got the destiny down and the obligation and whatnot. Okay, then we're good. Any questions for the broker before you guys step off the ship?
Do we know the status of the old man? Like, if we got to him, would he be able to, fend off on his way out?
You
like
don't.
stand his ground?
You don't know. The broker just knows he's somewhere on the planet being moved around by train. It's kind of like a,
So that much at least has been confirmed. He is there.
Yes, he is on this
Okay.
planet.
Cool. I think I'm good then.
Yeah, well, let's go for a train ride.
Okay. As I'll figure off, N1 also gives you the name of a Trandoshan, and the name of the cantina he's actually one of the contacts you're supposed to bid through. His name is Carrion. He's a Trandoshan, and he resides in it's called the Scorekeepers. Basically, the Scorekeepers Cantina. It's a majority Trandoshan bar. So that should be fun for Mr. Shorebecca. All right. Okay, so are we all good? Ready to step off the ship?
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. Almost closed the window instead of switching out. Okay. Close. Hunting for answers. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys touch down on the planet of Orvax VI. You see the spaceport is guarded actually by looks like mercenaries of many different species. You see different organizations over the place. It doesn't look like there's one set force. Like there's no ComSec or nothing. Just like random mercenary groups have been hired to protect certain parts of the city, basically. But it is also as you're going down and seeing it's a heavy traffic. There's ships going up, down, left, land speeders, cargo freighters. It is an incredibly busy town. All right, and as you guys actually embark and go down into like the little spaceport area, you even see it's a big area. You see a lot of people in cages. Some are in just the standard, mechanical cage. Others in the high-tech kind of force things being held up. You actually see the ship next to you is actually loading up Wookiee children. Looks to be about 4 or 5 younglings, from what you can see, from what you guys can see. And on your left, you see a group of humans being loaded up.
Oh.
That complicates
It's okay.
things.
If you want to go
keep
punch some
what?
people, we can go punch some people.
Like I said, but otherwise, no one's come up and bothering you. Like I said, you got authorization to land this particular little privately run spaceport. It is suggested you kind of set up your own little security on the ship. Just locking it should be enough, but it's not really. Just you might want to add an extra layer of security if you guys felt so inclined.
Can we voice lock it?
Yes.
Someone
I'm
should
just
do
saying,
that.
don't leave the ship open.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's the situation with the Wookiee children?
They're sitting in just kind of standard metal cages. They're actually in one big one. It's on one of those little hover transport things, little
Repulsor lifts?
Yeah, the repulsor lifts. Thank you.
Repulsor sleds.
Yeah, and they're packed and they're crammed. They look like they could barely move.
But they look pretty happy, right?
Oh,
Overall?
they're crying. They're
Oh, okay.
and if it matters, it looks like the people loading them up are humans. That means anything to you?
How well are they being watched?
Actually, there's just the one guy standing near like the repulsor lift, and he's just kind of, sitting back like he's waiting for something. There's some other activity in the ship. It looks like if you actually make an average perception check, I'll tell you what you see. Let's go back to here. Thompson doesn't really miss the second screen.
I can make that too, but Key, do you want to help look?
Yeah, I can do it if you guys want.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll roll 2, but ignore the force die.
All right. It actually looks like they have a bunch more cargo up there. Some human, some not. Right, so some sentient, some not. No more Wookiees, but it looks like you just have the one guy sitting there watching the repulsor lift full with Wookiees.
Hey,
So are they going to be loaded onto that same ship?
Yes, they are.
All right. Well, without thinking,
you know anything about
Boj is going to go up and try and talk to the guy, and he's just going to make a quick gesture with his hand to Shorebecca and Key towards the cage.
Sounds good.
All right.
So Key will sneak forward.
And I have no idea what to say to him, so we'll just make this up on the fly.
Well, maybe act like you are interested in purchasing them and seeing how much they are.
Yeah, that'll draw his attention to them. Kind of want to try and focus him away from it.
Well, we're already moving, so.
You
Yeah.
said that there were other, basically slaves around, right?
Oh yeah. There's everywhere you look, you see cages with people in it.
So, I mean, you could try to direct his attention to another slave and try to get information on that one.
Yeah, I actually had some. If we can kind of see what's on his ship, I want to approach him and ask him if he ever carries Giska.
Giska? Okay. Go ahead. Tell me what you say to him. And it's your Twi'lek, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And he's here.
Well, which Twi'lek are known for occasionally being slavers or slaves, so that could go either way.
But Course is actually going to follow you over.
All right. Then,
We'll try and throw some of his cred on there
cool.
for the boost.
Sounds good. All right, so I'll approach him and say, "Can't help but notice you got a wide assortment of cargo in there. I don't suppose you've come across any Giska."
The fellow looks at you and says, "Well, honestly, I just kind of load up the cargo. I don't care what we load on." Kind of has a little frown. Says, "All this is, it's destined for hunting for rich folk, really."
Well, I'm willing to pay a pretty price. Would you mind coming with me so I can take a look and see if you have anyone might be interested in?
Well, actually, let me call down Mark. Mark. Yeah, we have a.
Ooh.
He starts
Damn
going
it,
towards
Mark.
the ship.
So I have a comm jammer.
I don't know if that'll do any good in a spaceport full of slavers.
Yeah.
Well, it might keep them from talking, but it'll also keep them. Well, they're going to shoot us.
All right. Anyway, you see a tall human come up to you. His hair is in a mohawk, and he's covered in tattoos. You don't see any obvious weapons. In fact, he just has on like a pair of pants and boots. And he's kind of sweaty, like he's been moving around cargo and stuff. And he comes down and says, "What do you want?"
Looking to see if you have any Giska.
Giska, what? Who are you? Lars, who is this guy? Why am I dealing with this? Look, man, this stuff is already bought and sold for. If you don't want, I don't want any trouble. Just go away, please.
Look, it's no trouble, but I'm just saying you stand to make a little profit here if some of your cargo got lost, and I paid you gentlemen for your time.
Oh, by the way, for the other party members, they seem to be paying all their attention to Boj right now. If you want to try anything, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, stealth checks, I guess. Would it be a skullduggery check to try and break open the cage with the Wookiees?
I would imagine so.
Well, what kind of lock is on the cage?
Okay. It's actually like a standard key lock, looks like. In fact, if you look over at Mart, it looks like he has a key on his belt ring. Or a belt loop. He has a key hanger from it.
Those are the younglings in the background.
That is them, yes.
But first we need to make a stealth check to get over there, right?
Yes. It'll actually be a hard check because they're not really paying attention, and you're not even really avoiding them. You're trying to avoid the other people actually in the ship noticing you getting close to the Wookiees.
Okay.
So go ahead and.
Okay, I've got 5 base green, so I don't have any proficiency like Key, but
Wow.
I can still.
Well, the way stealth works, let him go first because each success he has helps you be sneaky.
Okay.
Okay.
Triumph.
You know what? What do you want to do with the triumph?
But I can only have that with stealth rolls too, huh?
Well, maybe you guys could start moving the cage silently towards our ship.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, just throw out your ideas for the Triumph, and I'll,
There you go. Throw out your ideas.
Well, there's mine.
Maybe they forgot to lock the cage.
Actually, if you could, how about? As actually, you're just out of pure luck. One of the slaves on the ship has just escaped. It is a big something. You can't quite see what it is. How about that? Does that sound good? They'll be very distracted for a little while.
As long as it's not furry.
Like a Herglick or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, Herglicks are nice and all, but they aren't Wookiee children, so...
Yeah, well, exactly. You're going to rescue these children? Yeah, so you know what? You sneak up there, but then that commotion starts on the ship, so you actually... The two guys talking to you, Boj, say, just piss off, and they go running the ship to try and handle their business there, basically. You actually... you see them pull out a couple of little stun truncheons. All right, so you guys have what you think to be a couple minutes before... what are you going to do with these Wookiees?
Right, well, is picking the lock a skullduggery?
Yes, it will be a skullduggery. It actually it's just an average check.
All right, shall I?
Yeah, so keeping it to a low murmur, Shorebecca is going to go over and just start speaking in Sherwook to the kids, telling them to be quiet and follow him once they get out.
All right, they seem to nod in understanding.
And I picked it.
All right, you know what? Okay, so you have the Wookiee children off. Are you going towards your ship?
Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to keep them in a cargo bay, though.
Okay, you're going to have to make now. It's going to be actually a 4 difficulty stealth check to get them across with you, and I'm going to actually spend a destiny point to upgrade it just once for you.
Sorry, my roommate kicked out our router.
It happens. All right.
Okay, so am I rolling that stealth?
Yes, you are.
Do we want to counter upgrade it?
Sure, that'll give you five yellow, right?
5 yellow, yeah.
Sounds good.
Double triumph it.
Triple triumph. Just get them all triumphs.
Yeah, triumph.
All right, you know what? None of the other slavers seem to be paying any attention, so no one actually pays any attention to you putting the kids on your ship and into the cargo bay. So
And they have no reason to suspect it was us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll leave a comm link with the kids in case they have any problems.
Good. Actually,
Yeah, N1 M3 can babysit.
yeah, N1 says he has them. Beep, bop, bop.
Plus, if we can have our Wookiee talk to him beforehand to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So just a low
See?
murmur.
You all gain a warm, fuzzy feeling.
Like being hugged by a Wookiee.
Exactly. All right. Now, what do you guys want to do? Now that you've rescued the poor Wookiee children.
I think it's time to try to find this. What is it?
Yeah.
Scorekeepers.
The scorekeeper's Talon is the name of the cantina.
We're not
Can we
gonna
make
be
a
able-
perception or a streetwise check to see if we can find information on where the guy is currently?
Certainly. It'll
Alright.
actually just be an average check. Since he is one of the representatives, you guys know kind of what to ask, if that makes any sense.
Sounds
So an
good.
average streetwise.
Sorry, streetwise it was?
Yeah. Well, actually, who are you trying to locate again? The contact or...
Yeah, we were gonna go to the contact, right?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're just trying to find him? Oh, you guys know where he is. He's actually at the scorekeeper's Talon. It's actually not too far away from the starport.
Oh, well, while we're on the subject then, can we do a quick thing to hear about the rescuee?
Certainly.
Lorky.
Yeah, you guys, it'll be just a hard check, actually. Just kind of, it'll be more like a knowledge kind of thing. So go ahead and roll that against streetwise.
Hard streetwise. Does anyone have better than 4 green?
Probably not.
No.
Okay. Aha!
Nice.
All right, actually, yeah. You know, you've heard that there's a big a whole lot of Tranishans running around on one particular train. It's the train that actually circles around the city. It's normally used for freight, but its schedule has changed. And that's all you can find out.
Okay.
Pretty much what you heard. There's a bunch of Tranishans riding around on the train. and it's unusual, and it's piqued some interest from people.
All right, so are we off to the bar?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Good place to start.
Okay, you guys make your way to the scorekeeper's talon. Like I said, you see there's a large crowd of transitions inside. They're just, having a rowdy time. In fact, you see there's actually already a small fist fight underway inside the bar. And you guys are standing on the outside right now. Is Rebecca going to join you inside?
Well, he's pretty well covered with his armor, right?
He's in head-to-toe armor, so they can't really necessarily make out he's a Wookiee, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if someone were to ask, Dox could kind of just reveal himself, and they'd be like, "Oh, you two, okay."
Okay. Well, I need to know if the Wookiee's there. That's all. Just make sure.
Unless you want to wait outside, I'd say that's Rebecca's choice.
No, I mean, unless one of you told him to wait outside, he would go in.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, if you since you're all going inside, like I said, no one really pays much mind when you come in. Like I said, since the Wookiee is all covered up, but you see the contact kind of sitting on the corner table. He looks rather bored. He has a small data pad in front of him, and he looks like he's just kind of waiting for something. Like I said, he's an orange transition, and he actually has what looks to be discoloration on the top part of his scales. Like instead of being the bright orange, they're actually really kind of dark, almost red. And he's just kind of sitting there. No one has paid you any mind yet. In fact, the barkeeper, the little barkeep in there, it's an actual transition barkeeper, just kind of looked at you and scoffed, since none of you are transitions.
All right, well, let's approach our contact.
Okay. Who's doing the intro? I'm gonna guess it's Boj, but
Probably.
okay.
What was his name?
Carrion.
Carrion, right, because it sounded like carry on.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Transition drinker. It's Carrion.
Alright, sorry, I'm typing that. Anyway, so Boj will approach him and just go with the standard, "Hey there, carry on, buy you a drink."
I do not. Yes, dear?
They're being quiet.
Okay.
I think just
Sorry.
putting them in bed works better than reading and singing.
Okay. Sorry. 1 second. It's good. I love you.
I'm so happy right now.
Quick, everyone make rolls.
I love you. Hank's happy too.
I wish I could go around just picking pockets while we're in here.
I'm not good at this.
A little bit, but I love you.
This is why I should not have the Force.
Huh?
I can't promise to stop.
I know. Have a kissing. And then a few moments at least. No, I'm good.
So Rebecca's just growling under his breath that the transitions stink.
No, okay, gotcha. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, you say you off from a drink. He looks.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, "Ha, Twi'lek, I could drink you under the bar twice."
Well,
Go
if that's
ahead.
your idea of a good time.
You hear him shout something over to the bartender in the lizard man speak. They do. A lot of hissing going on. And he brings over actually two mugs, and there you go. He points to the mug.
All right.
He says, "Why don't you have a drink, Twi'lek?"
Alright. Boj will sit down and drink with him.
All right, cool beans. Do you drink it?
Yeah, he's got no reason not to at this point.
It's a pretty strong. Do you have any ranks in resilience by chance?
No.
Okay. Just make an average resilience check. And if not, it's incredibly strong. Like it almost feels like someone punched you in the mouth when you drank it. If you'd had a rank in resilience, I wouldn't have worried about it. But since yeah, you're just gonna have a setback dice dealing with him because he saw your reaction when you drank it. You're like, oh man, and he laughed. He laughed at you, but now he thinks that you're weak.
That's a fair assessment.
And he just gulps it down in one shot, puts it back on the table, and says, "Now what do you want, Twi'lek?"
Oh, we want information on Lorky.
Ugh. Whatever. If you want to make a bid, just tell me how much.
Not exactly interested in bidding at this point.
He just stares at you.
I'm trying to remember what the broker told us exactly with this.
I think we just know him as a contact to make bids. I don't think they never said that he was like on our side or anything. So,
Gotcha.
what information?
I mean, I would definitely bring up the fact that he's older and you want to see him before you make any decision about bids.
Point. Just before we want to bid on anything, we want to investigate the specimen.
So, I'm curious though. Like, what are the as they're advertising this older guy as a slave? What's the selling point?
Oh, is that what you?
I mean, I guess other. Well, sorry, I forgot. So the whole force sensitivity thing—that's pretty much all that they're going on, then, right?
There's actually more, but the broker. Well, I'm gonna say, what do you guys ask him? Because there is more going on. What? Ask Carry on something. I don't want to just tell you guys. Sorry.
I mean, so Gil would ask him, being a trader and businessman, it's kind of absurd for the amount of money with the age, and is there something special about this guy that you're not telling us?
So are you trying to charm him, or are you trying to bribe him, kind of? Or even, are you trying, if you're trying to appeal to his merchantly nature, go ahead and make a negotiation roll. And actually, he's a very shrewd fellow. He appreciates being approached like this. You actually get a boost die for the roll, but it's going to be against 1 red, 2 purple.
Oh.
And I will just go ahead and I will use one of my force points to upgrade it. So it's going to be 2 red, 1 purple against your negotiations.
My negotiation's not very good.
I thought that was your strong point.
No, deception is.
Oh. Well, do you want me to roll negotiation? Or I can assist you on it?
How about I flip a die, and then you can assist?
Could I possibly boost? With the justification being streetwise, kind of quote-unquote knowing how the stuff works?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. I'll let you give your two blue deuce dice.
Okay, so you got 2 boosts from me.
I was just going to say I could do skilled assistant. I have 2 ranks in negotiation and 4 in presence, so...
Oh. Well, that would be better. You should do that.
All right. So?
So, what am I adding on top of what I already have?
What do you already have?
Well, I have 1 green, 1 yellow, and a blue, which is just my base in the boost.
Then I think you can add 3 greens to that. Or a total of 3 greens.
Total of 3 greens.
1 yellow, 3 greens, and the blue.
Alright.
For the skilled assistance.
Alright, so here we go.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. He says, "All right. Well, if you really want to know, we found that he works for the broker. We finally broke him to torture. Ugh, don't worry. He still has much valuable information. He still has a little bit to crack, but he knows much about the operation. And we don't really care ourselves, but there are many parties that want to know. In fact, the ER have made quite a bid themselves." That was your advantage, by the way. He mentioned the ER.
Oh, good.
Cool. What did the ER bid?
He does not disclose. Not successes and advantage combination to find out what they actually bid. But he will hint that it's a lot.
Wait, we can't.
How do we know what to bid if...
beat?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Sorry. Well, he just wants to, he wants to find out if you're serious first. He says, what, you throw, you show me what you want to bid, then I'll tell you if it's even close to what has already been put on this package.
Well, we already know it's between 5 to 10 mil, right?
Yep.
So why don't we just throw the number 7 million out is what we're looking at.
All right.
Just hopefully we don't have to back that.
Well, we'd be stupid to carry that money on us.
I got you. So he gives a little smile. He gives what seems to be a little reptilian smile. Says, "Ha, they've already bid 10.
Oh.
But don't worry. We're going to let the auction run for a few more days if you can somehow come up with more money."
How do we know that he'll have good intel by that point if you're torturing him? His mind could be broken.
He says, no, don't worry. He's safe now.
Safe where? Anyone could get to this guy.
That's what you think, smelly Twi'lek.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's trying to charm that location out of him.
So, tell me what you want to do.
I'll tell him that we're not going to bid if we don't have some sense of assurance that this guy's not just going to get snatched up by someone trying to free him.
He says, for maybe a little cut, I can show you where he is. A
Well,
little something to whet my appetite. I don't get paid much just being a middleman. So if you want, you can make actually an opposed negotiation roll. It'll be pretty much the same pool good old G had. You'll still get the 1 boost die because he likes you guys. He thinks you're good negotiators. He likes people that negotiate with him. But it'll just be the I will spend another destiny point to have it be 2 red again.
Okay.
Can you see it now, Dart?
no, still not showing for me.
How about now?
Yep, now it is.
Up. Okay. So yeah, there we go. It should be right still.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I can roll this unless anyone has any opposition.
No, feel free to flip too.
Yeah, I'll flip just to give a little leg up. Alright. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He says, for
Oh, yeah?
he says, I think I can't do anything less than 10K. But he'd forward advantage. He does let slip though that he says, we have him monitored by camera 24/7. Don't worry, he's not going to be moving around. He's in for quite a long sleep.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
So do you want to pay him the 10K credits?
Not really.
All right.
No.
Thinking here.
Oh, good. Does it?
Question. This guy's been drinking, right?
Yes, he has been drinking.
So I'm going to try this. I am going to order another round of the same drink and realize this might go poorly for Boge. But I'm just going to say, look, I never make any business deals without a little bit of liquid persuasion. One more round while I mull this over.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what? He lets
And
you.
the reason I'm
lets you-
trying to do this is I'm going to motion to Key again. I want to see if he can find anything on this guy, like a data pad or something.
If you do look, he has a small satchel.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of like it's actually kind of wrapped around his left foot. Like he's sitting down. It's kind of like kind of like a backpack thing. He has it wrapped around his one foot, and he's just kind of sitting there back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to basically try and drink with him and distract him. And I figure by this point, with all the stealthing we've done, I have some weird signal I do with my Leku, since Degrutas almost have Leku that kind of
No, I gotcha.
keys him off.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, Dox is going to drink with them too, just to add a little more life to the party.
All right. By the way, he does like you guys, just so you know.
That's good.
All right.
He might not after this.
All right. Yeah, make the same resilience check there, Boge.
Oh, I'm
and-
sure I'm going to fail it.
Oh,
That's fine.
and Mr. Key, you guys are actually close enough to where you don't have to do a stealth. It'll just be a pure skullduggery check.
I am not unconscious.
There you
Even
go.
to get under the table?
Oh no, I actually failed that.
But you
But
got a
a triumph.
triumph and an advantage. You know what? What happened is they actually ordered you the wrong drink. So You were just very surprised because it was
It's water.
It was slightly acidic. It was slightly acidic. And that was it. You're just kind of
Well, from the Triumph, Doc's just going to take a bite out of the mug and eat it.
Oh.
okay. Sounds good.
There's your tough guy display.
There you go. All right. Boom. Sounds good. All right. The skullduggery check to get the satchel.
I was wondering, for the sake of it,
Yeah.
for the sake of getting like a boost on that roll, could I make a stealth check?
You know what? I'm already gonna give you 2 boost die off of them drinking with him.
Oh well, that's fine
So,
then.
I don't think it won't be necessary. So it's going to be a 4 check. That's daunting, right? I always get after hard. I always get it messed up. I always get formidable and daunting mixed. So yeah, it's going to be 4. Upgrade it once on a destiny point.
You should upgrade it back.
Sure. Oh, so it's
The 2
even.
boost die.
It's perfectly even, except for the boost. Let's see.
Yeah, no, they
Nice.
Okay.
like, seem to
All
be
right.
more
You know what? Yeah, except you pick up the satchel just fine.
Take strain.
the family
No, actually, what happens is you see
you can write down.
a small tube fall out of the satchel as you're picking it up, and it rolls away.
Oh, okay.
And you didn't see where it went off to. If you want to look for it, you can go ahead and do that. But you guys, I don't want to say you want to beat feet, but
We need to hurry.
yeah, I'll give you all at least if you guys want to have another drink with them, I'll give you the perception check.
Yeah, we'll order another round
Or
of
can
drinks.
someone go use the bathroom?
If Bosch hasn't seen Key come out and give him a thumbs up signal or something, then he'll probably just keep trying to distract him. So, we'll order another round.
Yay, more drinking for the team.
Maybe I see why she went to the emergency room, because, I mean, why she went to the emergency room, I've only ever had a UTI, I've never had the other, but just a UTI was incredibly painful, and I couldn't wait for the next day.
So where are we?
I think we temporarily lost Kyle.
Oh,
Huh. Okay.
oh.
Oh, can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah, hi.
Apparently, I accidentally muted my mic somehow. All right, there we go.
Oh.
As I was saying, Key, go ahead and make a hard perceptions check with 2 setback dice for the haze, smoke, and noise of the bar. If you have anything that negates kind of darkness or smoke, go ahead and just clear the setback. But there you go.
Clear both setback or just one?
Both, if you have something that
Okay.
clears, darkness, smoke, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Oh.
Because that'll be enough that once you can see well.
Aha! Triumph.
Okay. You know what? It's getting a little strenuous. So a threat's going to be 1 strain, but you pick up what looks to be an electronic, kind of like an electronic key of some sort. All right. Well, there you go. You have a satchel and the key, and with the Triumph,
Yeah.
I'll say you get everyone out of the bar. Does that sound good, everybody? You give the signal, everyone's out, and boom.
Out without him noticing.
Yeah.
So is this satchel still there? Do we have it?
Oh, you have it on your person. You hid it under your shirt or something.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he'll be drunk enough he won't notice.
There you go.
Cool.
All right. So
Because I was just like,
You guys
are-
you guys have skidooed from the bar, right? Unless anyone else do anything else in the bar.
Now let's get far enough away that they're not going to come running after us once he realizes it's gone,
yeah.
and see what's on here.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, so Key's gonna let Bosch have the pad.
Oh yeah. Inside you find a
Where's that
data
at?
pad. It's actually already turned on. You actually see
Yeah.
it says a couple of things. One says camera feed, and the other one has kind of just says tracking. 2 little folders / files, whatever.
Okay. Let's pull up the camera feed.
All right, you pull up the camera feed. You see it's actually incredibly bright, like bright fluorescent lights shining down. You actually see all the way off to the end of what looks like kind of a train car looking thing, you know. But it's all Durasteel, bright and shiny. Actually, you see a cage down at the end, filled with some guys, and actually looks like to be Imperial uniforms in the cages. And next, across them, you see what looks to be a couple of guys in a rebellion. You see what seems to be a guy or two in rebellion gear. And then in the middle of the train cart, you see there's a guy on a bed laying down. He looks old, and it's Lorky Toto, and it looks like he has something hooked up to him that it kind of looks like an IV kind of thing.
If I show this to Jasper, would he be able to maybe identify that?
Oh yeah, certainly. If Jasper takes a look, it basically looks kind of like a heavy sedative drip. Like he is being heavily sedated. And actually, since you got a good look at it beforehand, if you want to make a quick medical check, just an average medical check, see if.
I saw Layla run out to the fence because she was like, you know, what's going on? And then I saw Jim come out. I was like, oh, I think Jim got my mom.
Nice.
Right. You actually, you realize in your med pack, you actually have the counter to the sedative being pumped into him. So when you get to him, you could actually inject him with the counter, and he would be up within a couple of minutes instead of days.
Nice.
Oh, good.
All right, so there you go.
All right, let's look at the tracking then.
All right, and in tracking, it actually you see what it shows a rudimentary map of the city, and around the outskirts, you see this little red dot going around. And it looks like it's actually moving pretty fast. If you guys, we'll say you watch it for a little while, and you notice it actually stops at 3 points in the city. One is actually kind of looks like a warehouse district when you compare it to an actual kind of like map you have of the city. The next is kind of like a mercenary headquarters, and the third is actually just an honest to god kind of passenger station, like where people buy tickets.
All right, and how often does it hit each of these? Like, is it a matter of within a couple hours, or does it take a day or two, or like how?
Oh, it looks like it's about in between each station is 3 to 5 hours.
Okay. I guess I'm wondering how much of a time crunch are we on here, because the mercenary station would probably be our best bet in.
Well, for story's sake, you guys can go anywhere and wait for it to arrive. It's not going to be that big a deal. Like I said, from what you got from Carrion, it sounds like they're trying to get more money out of this.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it makes sense to go to the stop before the normal passenger rail stop, and that way we can exit at the normal passenger rail stop and just walk away from there.
It could work. My only thought for the mercenary one was just because we have mercenary identification, so that could be an easier ingress.
Yeah, I'm just wondering is that the one that's right before the regular passenger one? That way we could go to that one.
It actually goes. The route is passenger, warehouse, mercenary, back to the passenger.
Yeah,
so that could work then.
Yeah, I think that should be good. So, I mean, we're going to be on this thing for a few hours, it sounds like then. So,
if you guys want to get some information, you can do some streetwise checks,
Yeah,
or a knowledge checks, and even a underworld knowledge check would help you out here.
Might be good to figure out how long the train is and what kind of cars there are on it.
Definitely. Or even a knowledge education if you want to find out more just about the train.
Is it small, medium, or large?
Just tell me for a streetwise check, it's actually going to be a hard. For the knowledge checks, it's actually going to be for just kind of information about the train. It's going to be an average. For more knowledge on the workings of how this particular station and how the criminals handle it will be the underworld check. Will actually be a for difficulty the formidable or daunting, whatever the for difficulty.
Well, anyone who wants to try, go ahead and try.
So I'll go ahead and try for the underworld, and I'll flip a.
I got streetwise.
Okay. So you did the streetwise there.
Mm-hmm.
That one
Okay. You know, you find out that they're not actually boarding anyone at the passenger station. It's just apparently there's a glitch in the system that makes it keep stopping there. They're not entirely sure why. Sounds like they're trying to work to fix it, but it's not a big deal. Because what you heard is there's actually a small transition mercenary company kind of hanging out at the passenger station where people would normally get on. In fact, you know, with those threat, you hear it's about one or two guys. That's what you hear.
Yeah, 'cause I'm looking at that GoPro camera he wants. It's
You can prove nothing.
So I want to make the underworld check about basically how how it operates to get onto the train, basically. How can we board the train?
All right, I'll let you try.
And then I'll flip a destiny point to upgrade.
Actually, I think I'll flip one back just so it's a little funner.
All right.
So
And
that'll
you
be-
said that's 4.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 purple,
Yep.
1 red.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? You just can't.
Neutral.
You know what? You can't get any concrete information. You hear a bunch of conflicting stories, so you just kind of you get the feeling no one really has an idea what's going on, or you know you don't really know. All right. Anyone want to figure out about the train? If you guys, yeah, just an average education check, like
I think Jasper's probably the best qualified for
Yeah,
that.
mine's only 3 green, so.
Yep, here we go.
Is your
Average. Whoops. Wrong dice. Nope.
You know what the advantage? You know that this train is actually it's actually like a mag train, and it actually moves pretty fast. Like if someone were to fall off, they'd probably die. That's kind of what you're getting from it. At least when it's going its max speed. By the way, I don't think I said it. This capital city is actually really, really big. Like it is a thriving criminal underworld, basically. All right, so that's what you guys got. You know where the train is. You know it's a kind of a mag rail. And you know what? Actually, I forgot on the streetwise checks. You also know that it's been modded with a bunch of some anti-air guns on the front and the back.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, supposed to add that in.
So I don't know if we were trying to attempt like a ship invasion, that probably would not be a good idea.
Probably not.
Alright.
You never know.
Although, especially now that we have the Wookiee children, we need to keep them safe. So,
Yeah. So probably the bounty hunter station then, right?
I would go with the mercenary station, yeah.
Or yeah, mercenary.
All right. Looks like, that's where you guys are going. Nothing else before I move to the next scene.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, it's actually kind of a generalized mercenary headquarters. Like it has a kind of a job postings board, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? There are a couple representatives of different organizations talking to people, hiring them on. It's actually kind of more almost like a high class cantina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you had the electronic key thing you grabbed.
Okay.
Riss. I did forget there was a credit stick with just 1 credit on it.
1
Aw.
credit?
Yes.
It's the minimum balance.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Alright. Well, are there any job postings for security on the train by chance?
There are actually. If you want to make a streetwise check, you have to make a streetwise check, or even a negotiation check. You think you might be able to get yourself hired onto the train. The person you'd have to deal with is actually another transition.
Oh, good.
His name is. No, sorry, I kids in the background there. Anyway, so are you gonna go talk to him? So are you gonna try and worm your way onto the train as guards?
Unless
Sounds like
anyone
a
else had an idea.
Well, I mean, can we look around and see if there's any more rowdy raiders around?
You know what? Yeah, actually, there is another small complement of the Rowdy Raiders. It looks to be just three people. One is
Yeah.
one is actually a big Trandoshan. He seems even bigger than the average Trandoshan. The next to him is a what do they call it? The Mon Calamaris guys, the fish people.
Moncal.
Yeah, the Mon Cals. And then just a human. There's called hang out in the corner. You ask around, you find out about that.
It's all good.
So, can we go and talk with them and see if, see what they're doing here? Kind of, my idea is if we can get them, if they're like on the train or they're willing to work with us, we can have more security for that job.
Apologize for everyone listening to the recording for the baby crying. Okay, all right, so what do you want to ask him? What do you go up to him and say? You know what I mean? Let me know. Or you just give me the kind of the rundown. By the way, it does look like the Trandoshan guy is the leader of the little group there. Did I mute my mic again?
No, you're good.
Okay, no, sorry.
I'm just trying to think of what I would say. So I guess the important part is how do we know that they're part of the Rowdy Raiders?
Oh, they have kind of. They have kind of like an insignia. Most of the guys who are in Rowdy Raiders have an insignia, but it's not uncommon for there not to be one.
Well, do we see any security teams for the train walking about or anything?
I was gonna say you guys got here a little bit before the train did, but if you ask
There could be
around,
some working like on a trade shift or whatever, right?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and ask around, you can do a streetwise check to get the information. It'll be what? Let's forego the check. You hear some guys talking about how they've been hired for the train. It looks like they're looking for just kind of big people in general. Kind of big, scary-looking dudes.
We have two of those, so.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if there would be like some sort of documentation or, identity that I could snatch.
I think we already have fake IDs as them.
Well, no, but not as security guards.
Yeah, not working on the train. It looks like it's just kind of done. You gotta go through like the little transition there guy handling contracts.
Okay, so we'll rely on the two big guys.
So, I mean, my idea with these Rowdy Raiders is kind of to go up to them and, introduce ourselves and kind of try to deceive them and make them believe that we've been sent here to work security for the team and see if they want to, or for the train and see if they want to join up with us.
Are you talking to me? Sorry, not you. Okay, no, sorry. I thought the wife was talking to me.
I thought.
Okay, go ahead and if you want to do, I'll have it be a hard deception check, and depending upon how successful you are, we'll see what happens if they help you or not.
And just to make sure, hard is 3. Correct?
Yes, 3. Yeah. So I'm not the only guy having trouble remembering the names.
So there's a triumph and that is, yeah.
So you succeeded.
Oh, there you go. A threat and a triumph. Here's what happens. The Trandoshan guy, he's kind of like, they say that they'll vouch for you, but that's all that they'll do. So they won't help you, on the train or anything, but they'll vouch for your credibility to the Trandoshan. That'll give you a downgrade in the difficulty of convincing the guy to hire you on.
That'll work for me.
but that you won't get their support on the actual train. They're not. They said, we're not gonna get on that. We don't. Whatever.
I feel like that's good, because then we won't have to deal with them.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with them, but
Well,
Okay.
do you guys want Bosch to try and talk him into hiring us then?
Yeah, was there?
Why don't you go take Shorebecca and Docs with you?
Yeah, sure. Becca will be cuddling his gun, or
Cool. Alright. Then I'll approach the guy and say we're looking to get hired on as a security detail.
Okay.
Referencing the whatever ad for it.
All right. Are you trying to be charming, or are you trying to kind of negotiate a good deal? If that makes any sense.
I guess I'll try and be charming because that's slightly better for me. But,
All right.
well,
So I'll allow it. Just let me tell me what you say to the guy here. Like, his name is Crad, if it matters.
might. Alright, so I'll just say we're part of the Rowdy Raiders, and we saw this job posting for security detail. So me and my boys here, gesturing to the two, 7-foot-tall, armored terrors on either side of him, are looking for work.
Can you turn down a little bit, please? Mom, turn down a little bit. Okay. I have mic muted there. Okay. Go ahead and make your charm check. It's going to be against his. So it's going to be 1 red and 2 purple.
Wasn't it downgraded because of
Oh
gills?
yeah, yes. You know what? Yeah, there you go. It's just 3 red.
3
And-
purple.
Oh, sorry, 3 purple. I'm having one of those days apparently. Okay.
yeah. Does he
And-
get any
Yeah,
boosts?
no, he gets the boost. You're gonna get a boost for the 2. You bring the heavy set guys over. He respects you there, so you'll get a boost die from that. I'll say.
Alrighty.
But since there's no transitions in your group and you are not transitioning yourself, there will be 1 setback die as well.
Okay, that's removed for charm checks for me.
Yeah, kill with kindness. There you go. See, look, you got used out of talent.
Yeah, feel free to flip for this too.
Alright, yeah, let's do it. Alright, here we go.
Ooh.
Nice.
Jeez,
Or-
not a success though.
Yeah.
no,
No, Triumph counts as success.
But they automatically
The
count it.
roller. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, does it automatically negate that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so
What to
I
do?
had 3 successes, including the triumph 3 failures, and then just, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? He hires you on, but he actually ends up snapping. He snaps a little picture of you 3 before you guys think. But you guys are gonna no. It's a triumph.
How about they just have to roll another negotiation to get the rest of us on, since we're not as intimidating?
yeah, he doesn't hire.
But we're
the
already in
crew.
pretty good favor with him, so it wouldn't be too difficult.
You know, yeah. We'll say that. I'll say that with the 1 advantage to triumph, you got you 2 1, but the rest of the party, you're gonna have to make another roll. But this time it's gonna be without the downgraded difficulty from the Rowdy Raiders check.
Okay.
Because now he's like, well, you guys were good, but who are these 2 slow-mo? Who's the other rest of these slow-mos?
Every boss needs their bantha fodder, right?
Pretty much. So it'll be upgraded twice now, though, because of the thing. So 1 purple, 2 red.
Alright, I'm gonna flip again, try and get this. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
now I get it.
Okay.
Really
He
needed-
says, go right ahead. He gives you this little contractual thing. He gives this little information pad there. That just kind of outlines your contract. So
Okay.
you stow that away and whatever. Okay, and as you finish up, the train rolls in. You actually see it's about 7 cars long, including the locomotive in the front, and the tail end is also kind of has the dull one, so it can go either way, left or right. or forwards or backwards, because they're both. I can't. The engines are both. And just can't remember the name of them for a second there. They're both the front cars have controls in them, basically. Like I said, and you see on the front cars, you see heavy anti-air guns mounted up. It looks like the middle car. They kind of let you know that this is a car no one's allowed into. You guys are actually going to be on the car 2 down from that one, inside a little with a bunch of other mercenaries who just kind of making sure nothing goes wrong.
Since we now have the train in front of us, can we try any checks about the train again, or?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't want to do any checks. Like I said, it's a mag train. It's a 7 long with the 1 engine on the back, 1 engine on the front. So it's actually what -2, 5 cars, 5 actual cars, and the middle car is they say don't go into. Next to that, they say it's the kind of the second layer of security, and next to that is where the hired mercenaries go. You guys are going on the forward going side, but they're actually pretty big. I'll say it's actually a really kind of big train. It looks like it could fit inside of it almost like a tank, almost like an M1 Abrams.
Right. So it's not so much like a freight train like we would think of, so much as just this huge shipping containers on a mag rail.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
All right.
Well then, Rowdy Raiders, let's get to work.
Yep.
Okay. If you guys enter into your car, anything else before you go in? I'm totally forgetting to be sweeping the scenes here.
I don't think there's anything else worth doing, so.
All right. Okay, so you guys board onto the train. It's actually the part you guys are in actually has kind of like a small little. It has a couple of tables set up and some chairs on the side. But you see, there's actually a lot of activity in here. There's about. Let's see. You got you're 6. It looks like there's another 10 guys just kind of hanging around. They all look to be from a different mercenary company, and they just kind of look they're just kind of sitting there.
Do they look minion-y?
To answer your question, Tommy, I totally forgot to change the bookmarks because I've been distracted. I had one for the cantina, but I don't think I have one for the train because I'm blaming Christmas. It messed me up. I'm making up this one.
Oh, no worries.
All right. Okay. So you guys are there. You go. They're just kind of farting around in their own little corner.
Do they look like they'll play? Do they look like they'll gamble with Gil?
Oh, certainly. Notice that you see that some guys have chance dice already. They're kind of just rolling around.
I'll go gamble with them. Try to distract them while the group kind of tries to figure out how we're gonna get to the car we need to.
Gotcha. Does anyone speak Trandoshan by chance? Just would you say your character would know a little bit of it?
Sure, Becca might.
He wasn't really bought by Trandoshans. He was only in Imperial slave work, so I don't know if that would give him too much familiarity with Trandoshan.
Would Bose know anything
Jasper-
at all with his TV background?
Potentially, but that's kind of shaky.
Okay.
Jasper was into xenoclinical studies, and so he would have tried to learn at least basic bits and pieces of various languages. So I can flip a destiny point just to say that I know conversational.
Oops,
Flip it the wrong way.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll say a conversational Trandodese. Actually, a Trandoshan and 2 Trandoshans come from the car closer to the center. I mean the cargo cars kind of come out and they're walking through. You kind of catch it. Apparently, one of the contacts' information has been stolen, so they've been placed on a slightly higher alert.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And that's pretty much all. That's all you can catch from them, unless you want to do. It's going to be actually a perception check. four purple difficulty check because of the noise and whatnot of the train, and they're not really being loud.
Oh, okay. Could I also do it as vigilance? Because I'm actively trying to listen in.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with vigilance.
Okay. 1 second. And you said it was a hard?
No, four purple.
4 purple,
Okay.
19. Okay.
And
let's see.
just for fun, I'll use one of these dark flag points.
Just for fun.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that too, just to upgrade one of them. I don't really have very high, so. Do you guys want me to do my Touch of Fate to see if maybe this might be important enough to do?
Yeah, do you get to add all your Jedi bonus vigilance stuff to that as well?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
want to, see if it's worthwhile info.
Okay, I'll do it. All right, here goes.
Nice.
All right.
Very good.
Okay. You know what? For those two threat, I have a good plan. Okay. You hear them saying they actually look like they hired on a kind of a not necessarily a famous bounty hunter, but someone who's known for really getting the job done. And he's been sent to actually guard the main cargo train. And as well, it looks like they've attacked. They talk about how annoying it is having to input the key code and then give a small DNA sample to make sure the transition's going in and out of the main card. Did you get all that?
Wait, a DNA sample? Did you say that?
Yes. They had to give a
DNA sample or a biometric scan?
Oh no, a DNA sample. That's what he picked up.
So we need to take someone's arm and just
Well, so
Or challenge them to pee in a bottle.
Like I said,
Yeah. Good.
I'm not saying the threat might be playing in right there, but there you go.
You mistranslated DNA.
So, I mean, just so you guys are aware, I do have a electronic lock breaker, so
Yeah, Key has one too, so we
Yeah.
can use that.
we can get through. It's just a matter of getting there without dying.
Potentially. Some
I was
locks
wondering, are there
can't be
any
broken with it.
Computer terminals in sight?
Not where you're at.
Okay.
Out of hand, you're pretty sure you could find one if you went to one of the the forward locomotive, either the forward or back one, or maybe even in. You don't know what's in the cart. The cart next to you, the car next to you. Down the line, because it's just the car up from you is the locomotive. The car back from you is kind of another little extra layer of security. They told you.
And then past that is the cargo.
Exactly, the special
So-
cargo.
The next car over, they haven't told us not to go in there, correct?
No, they haven't told you specifically not to go in there.
Why don't we just head in there and see what we can find out first?
Okay. You guys go ahead and just cross over then.
Yeah, unless someone wants to stay back and keep them busy over here.
Well,
Whatever,
yeah,
but-
so Gil's gonna stay back and just keep gambling and keeping an eye out, because, that's what he does.
Okay, well, you guys go ahead and you cross over. You see, this is nothing but transitions in this particular cart. They're carrying just all kinds of weaponry. You see a missile tube in the corner, actually.
Wow.
As well as most of them are carrying either heavy blasters or you see one guy with a heavy repeating blaster. He just has it harnessed to him. And they're all just kind of smoking and joking right now. They don't seem to be that worried about anyone attacking. Then they turn to you for a second, but no one says anything. But you guys are being stared at right now.
I kind of want to try something here that might go badly. We'll go with this. Boja's gonna semi-jokingly just say, didn't realize this mercenary detail would be so easy. Everyone's just sitting around, huh? And it's meant to be kind of joking, but also slightly goading.
Make I'm gonna say it's gonna be a charm check. We'll just say a hard check. I'll use a destiny point to make it a upgrade at once.
Okay.
Just kind of ingratiate yourself here.
Alrighty, let's see what we can do.
All right.
Jeez.
Here's what happens. They kind of say, well, if you didn't know what you were getting into when you hired on, maybe you should have really read your contract, eh? One of the Frenchmen's near you says. And then they just kind of go back to what they're doing. They're still looking at you. They haven't kicked you off yet.
He's gonna keep going. He's gonna wander through a little bit, and gonna approach one of them. As captain of a detachment of the Rowdy Riders, and ask him what their outfit is.
Okay, they tell you they're.
Sorry, good. I was gonna say if I'm gonna roll this, I'm gonna try and do this as more of a leadership thing. Start throwing in rank and form and that sort of stuff.
Go ahead. It'll just the same difficulty, and I'll upgrade it again anyway.
Okay. And I'm not gonna flip for now because I'm trying to get us all our light side back.
Oh, you're actually gonna read the contract?
Well, I'm not right now, but if someone wants to, yeah.
No, I'll type it out while you roll.
Okay. Well, there's my roll. Jeez, what is it with me and just rolling advantages?
So they just say, at this point, at this time they're saying, why don't you get back to your cart there, Merc. But they're not gonna, that's all they're gonna do, Mr. Advantage there.
Any terminals in here?
Actually, yes. On the back corner, by the door, you see an electronic kind of a keypad, and also what seems to be some kind of biometric scanner. It looks you can't quite see it from here. If you want to make a mechanics check to kind of see if you can recognize what it is, that'll be at a hard difficulty.
Oh.
But also across the wall, you see it looks like a little computer setup, it's built into the train car.
Okay,
Anyway,
so I might as well do the mechanics just to see if I can see it, right?
Anyway, the contract says you're there as a show of force to ward off any would-be, any would-be claims jumpers and anyone trying to, not pay what they're meant to be. It says that if the buyer doesn't pay, you are required to kill them, basically. And we'll just say if you. It also says, the holder of this contract is being tracked. It also says that the holder of the contract is being tracked until the mission is over, until the contract is up. That's what it's
Say how they're being tracked.
That's just what it says.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Bosch has one more charm check to try if
little info pad's what it says. Okay. Yeah. Actually, it looks like it is some kind of handprint, kind of a hand scanner. There, Riz. Did you hear me?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were still talking to someone else. Okay.
No. It looks like it's a handprint scanner on the other side of some sort. It kind of scans the blood vessels in the hand. You think?
Okay, and it wouldn't be for so it'd be for the people who are long term on the train.
Yeah. Probably whoever is actually a part of the Transitions company.
Okay. Do we see any of them patrolling at all? Are they ever passing in and out of the doors?
No, for the most part, they're just kind of sitting around. Do you want to kind of wait around and see what happens, or?
Yeah, Key could do that if you guys wanted to do something else.
I still had one last charm check I wanted to try.
Oh, okay.
While you're watching. Since they haven't completely kicked him out yet, I was just going to keep going and say, it's nice to finally work with some skilled mercs, especially Trandoshans. Don't get many of them out from our parts, but they always do bang up job of getting the job done.
All right, since you've already annoyed them twice, that'll be 2 setback dice, but I think you still clear that anyway, right?
Yep.
All right, well then, it'll still be the same pool, because you spend the upgrade point.
Okay, I'm going to flip it this time just to try and not roll just advantages again. Okay. Really? Come on.
You know what? They ask you and the rest of the group to leave at this point. They're just like, you know what? You guys are being noisy, loud. We're just trying to relax with our fellow Transitions here. Skidoo.
Alright, well, do you guys want Key to stay behind?
Yeah, if you can do it without getting caught.
Well, I could roll a stealth to see if they wouldn't notice me not leaving. Just kind of hang around.
The way it's set up,
shadows.
it'll actually be a 5 difficulty, a formidable check. It's formidable, right? Yeah, 5 difficulty. To not be seen, to kind of shirk your way. You think it's kind of like there's kind of like a few lockers set up. You think you might be able to kind of quickly hide yourself, but it'll be hard.
Try it if you want.
Aha!
Good. All right, you know, you get there just fine. You boom, you're hidden behind the kind of little lockers. You think you're out of sight pretty well.
Do you want me to take strain or anything?
No, you think you hear like a little click. I swear, it almost sounds like a camera, you think.
Oh, good.
All right, the rest of you guys are back to the thing. By the way, it was Gil, right? You stood back in the train. No, not much has happened.
Yeah.
You're up 10 credits right now on the change cubes. There you go. Nothing too much. The transitions are now, the 2 transitions that come back are actually now coming back as you guys are entering the cart. And they're still kind of chatting around. It sounds like they're just kind of complaining. Apparently there's been some kind of difficulty. Like I said, they're thinking about moving the target they're thinking about moving the cargo, they say, because of the contact's mess up. Apparently he was executed for his incompetency.
Oh, good.
That would, as they're passing you guys, it'd be a good time to try to get that DNA sample that we may or may not need.
Not sure how easy it would be to get DNA off a Trandoshan accidentally.
I don't know.
Yeah, you said it was a hand scanner that we actually saw, right?
Yeah, I don't know if Key told you before he went in the corner, but he saw it was a biometric hand scanner. It actually reads the blood vessels in the hand. So he also knew that the hand needs to still be pumping blood for it to work.
What a shame.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do? You guys, we'll say it's been about kind of an hour so far. You got about 2 hours before you hit the next stop, which will be the passenger mercenary base, back to the warehouse area. And you kind of got the feeling they might move the cargo at the warehouse area from the transitions that passed you by. By the way, when the one passed by you, Brandon, he kind of gave a quick scent, but then moved on.
So what are most of the mercenaries in this cart that we're in? Like, species-wise?
Actually, most of them are human. There's actually another Twi'lek. But the majority are humans. One is like I said, one is a Mon-Cow.
Right. Because I've got another stupid idea, but I don't know how well it would work.
Go for it.
Well, I was just thinking of starting to try and, do you have Last One Standing? I was thinking of trying to sow some discontent. Once the last 2 Trandoshans are out of the room, I might start making some, just remarks on how come they're running the show and getting paid more than everyone else. And again, doing this as a captain of the crew of the Rowdy Raiders, that you know, our mercs don't get treated this badly.
You know what? So you're trying to convince them to kind of join the Rowdy Raiders, or just rebel against the transitions that have currently hired them?
Well, at this point, it's not even so much, well, kind of rebel, but, you know, just be treated a little more fairly, be involved a bit more, and get better pay considering, you know, the lizards aren't doing any work.
Definitely. No, I'll say it'll be a 4 difficulty.
All right.
And of course, I am going to spend another destiny point.
I think I will too here. And I might have Chorus help me on this since he's got some leadership background.
All right, he'll give you a boost die. He stands.
All right.
He stands by you and looks official.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Hey, you finally didn't.
You did, yeah.
Hey, you know what? They kind of say, you know what? You're right. You know what? The leader of the group, a human, says, you know, I'm gonna go talk to these guys, and he heads off. He heads into the car you guys were just in. Well, let's see. I said it was about 30 minutes. You guys been on the train, right?
Well,
That's been about another 10 minutes talking and carousing for them.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Gil, you're now actually back to even. All right.
I'm not a very good gambler, just so you know.
Well, do we want to go with this guy and maybe use him as a distraction or something like that, or?
Is there any reason we know of where we can't climb on the outside of the cars?
Oh, not at all. In fact, if you guys, oh yeah, you know, you see, there's actually, if you kind of poke your head out, there's actually a ladder up onto the top on the kind of the opposite of the side you walked in on, if you were so inclined.
So we know they have cameras, and there might be like a crazy guy in the other car, but like it might be worthwhile to think about that option.
Gotcha. By the way, Key, it seems like there's some commotion in there right now. By the way, there's a yellow, kind of like a flaring kind of warning light has started up in that car.
Okay. Is anyone saying anything?
Yeah, they're speaking Trendonese though, so you can't unless you speak Trendonese. I'm not.
You should leave your comm open.
Can I at least
so
get the
Jasper can
kind of
hear it.
mood they have? Like, are they annoyed that it's another one, or are they alarmed, or? Can I get
Oh
something
no,
like that?
they're readying their weapons. Looks like.
Can he hear that guy who just went in?
He's. Yeah, so he's actually walking in right now, and he says,
Okay.
"Hey, you know, I don't think we're getting pet." The guy with the heavy blaster opens fire on him. By the way, guys in the car, you hear shooting.
Boj will use this as just a rallying point. Well, there's what you get for asking for better treatment. They just shot your leader. Come on, man, let's not stand for this.
You know what?
And yeah, he's gonna rally him, trying to get him to
you know,
go fight.
just a hard check. That's it.
All right.
You can do this.
Tally-ho.
I believe in you.
Yeah, flip again if you want to, because this is big.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, Jasper actually can hear, but
Oh, okay. So what are they saying?
actually, for this, since it's over the comm, it's kind of garbled. You can't quite get it, but it sounds like there are actually aircraft heading towards the train, and they're not answering hails.
Oh,
They're not sure what's going on yet.
All right. Here's my leadership. Come on. Really?
Oh no.
oh,
Jeez, I have rolled
You know
so
what?
many freaking blank
Well,
yellows.
you know, maybe with that.
They say they'll follow you, but you have to go first. You're gonna have to lead the charge, Boj. Unless you're the first guy through that door, they're not gonna believe in you.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Did
He's
you say
unarmed.
earlier that
but
there was
he'll do it.
that there was like a missile tube in this?
It's in the next room.
Yes,
Oh,
in the
okay.
next one.
Just wanted to get our hands on that
Gotcha.
as soon as possible, just in case.
Yeah.
All right,
you know what? Part of his speech, he'll run in.
All right.
Yep.
By the way, you guys can now hear the anti-air turrets shooting.
I think it's about time we start moving. And
All right. By the way, the train is actually sped up a lot now. Like you get a feeling it's not going to stop until someone makes it stop, or it gets blown off the rails, whichever happens first.
I thought it was a glitch in the system that made it stop.
No, that's the Matrix.
No. It was stopping on schedule, but at this point, they fixed the glitch. Basically, is what I'm saying. And the train has sped up a lot.
Oh,
It is
okay.
not slowing down.
Cool.
Well, yeah. All right. So you run in, Boj. What do you do when you run in? Do you just run in and you shoot somebody? Tell me.
I don't have a gun,
You
so
Oh gosh, Doc.
you don't
know
have
what?
any
I think
gun?
you,
I'm
Oh,
sorry. If you didn't have a gun, they give you a 12 defender blaster. So you can go lead the charge. Yeah, that's
All
the
right.
one-shot blaster, by the way. It's just
Yeah, no, Boj will run in, and in character, he's going to try and, assuming he's not shot before he can say anything, he's going to try and talk the Trandoshans down, hopefully with the fact that he's got a mob of mercs behind him.
you know what? Tell me exactly what you're trying to do. Like, are you trying to get them to just surrender, or
Let's see.
are you trying to like say, hey, these guys are rebelling or something like that, or?
No, he's. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. He's saying that,
Rally together under a bigger threat?
they could do that, but I don't know if Boj wouldn't know that yet.
Oh, I thought that. Okay, never mind.
Oh no, Jasper translated, so I think he would have let you guys know before you charged
Yeah,
off.
I would have let you guys know.
Yeah, so I'll say you know that there's something going on.
All right, then he's going to run in there, and he'll say we've got to take care of these aircraft before the cargo is compromised and none of us get paid.
All right. Go ahead and make a leadership check. It'll be 4, 3 purple, 1 red with the upgrade there.
Okay. I'm going to flip again because my luck's horrible. No one minds.
All right. Let's see what
And
happens.
Now's the time.
yeah, come on, give me some triumphs.
Oh
There
my
you
goodness!
go.
You know what they say? The guy with the heavy blaster actually comes up and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, You're pretty good for a not Transdocian." And he actually hands you the missile tube and says, "Let's climb on top and start shooting." And he climbs
Yes.
up there.
Let's do that.
All right.
You know what? If Boja's got people believing him and he's leading people, he's going to keep going with it. He's not lying about it, even though this is a bad idea.
By the way, you do notice that all the Trandoshans on this car are actually wearing some kind of magnetic boots that seem to be attaching them to the top of the train when they get up there. So, are you going up top there, Dart?
I'll ask and see if they've got a spare pair of boots
You know what?
with the Triumph.
You know they do. Yeah, they do. They throw you a pair.
All right, then yeah, he'll go up with them. I don't think he'll want the rest of the group to go with him, but yeah, he's going to do it. 'Cause
Okay.
He's got all the Trandoshans and all the people from the other car following him now.
So are all the Trandoshans in that room going up?
They're following Boj. They're all motivated.
Okay, well, may I jump in then?
Oh, certainly.
Well, if no one's here, Key just wants to go and actually try to access the terminal. I know there's the biometric thing, but maybe it's hackable?
Oh no, there's the keypad in the biometric scanner, and there's also the computer terminal over in the kind of the corner.
Okay.
All right. Actually, they left in such a huff they actually forgot to log out, so it's still logged in.
Oh, sweet.
It's on the Windows 7 welcome screen.
Pretty much, yeah. So if as you go up to it, you notice there's a couple of files. It'll still take a computer check to use, but you notice there says it says cameras, locks, and kind of it says you can't. The rest isn't. It's like a file, and it's in some Trandoshan kind of language they have. So you're not sure exactly what it is. But the other two were in basic.
Okay. Can we access the cameras first?
Oh yeah, certainly. Actually, when you bring up the cameras, it looks like they are recording everything on the train and then broadcasting it to somewhere else on the somewhere else in the city. It looks like it was actually to the mercenary headquarters you guys were at.
So, how is it being transmitted? Is it over like a comm link?
Yeah, it is it is being transmitted through radio waves, comm band basically.
So, can I break up my comm jammer and just jam it while we start trying to get into the prisoner?
Oh, certainly.
Or-
Certainly.
Well, I was wondering if we could actually specify it to a specific comlink or datapad or something, one of ours, while disabling it for the rest. Would that be possible at all?
Yeah, you know, if you want to make a hard computer check, upgrade it once.
I can help with that.
Oh, thank
What's-
goodness.
Yeah, what's your computers?
I have 1 yellow, 2 green.
Okay. Give yourself 4 green total. I'll do skilled assistance.
Oh yes. if you guys, yeah, I look at the camera. There's just the one camera inside. It's kind of focused on the actual guy. It doesn't have the whole thing. You know what I mean? You can kind of see off in the back end of the corner. It has the two cages, but you can't. You don't see anyone in there other than just kind of like you actually see kind of like a guy in a medical scarf every once in a while and kind of check on the sleeping guy.
Okay. So with that roll, it was just 4 green, no yellow?
Oh, no, what I mean is that you've got computer skill, though, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
So you're using my
not
ability
essentially.
score. So my ability score is 4. So your skill, my ability score.
So
So
3
be
green, 1 yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was a hard?
Yeah, upgrade it
Upgraded
once.
once. May I upgrade?
Certainly.
Go for it.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not another player here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone's fine with it. And go!
There you go.
All right, you know what? You actually, with that triumph, what I would suggest is you actually spend a spoof of the thing, and what happens is you accidentally made it corrupt the hard drive of the spot it was sending it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
so
it seems like they've lost whatever data they had already recorded, or at least
Awesome.
the majority of it.
and
you
they're no
think at
longer
least
getting
you-
a feed, right?
Yeah, they've lost their feed. They you know, but you on your little data pad that you have, you can cycle through the cameras.
Awesome. Okay, so now to look at the doors. Is there a way we could open them, or at least the very next one we need to get to?
There was a lock option. This one has a kind of a password on it. It's going to take you think, probably a little while to crack it if you went through it, but you can start making computer checks.
Yeah,
So
I'd rather
Don't you
take
have
some
that
time.
code cylinder?
I do have that. What is that used for?
Well,
Well,
so,
actually, if you now that you remember you have that on, you actually see a little kind of a little slot next to the computer. It looks like it might be able to fit into. But yeah, we can actually after this we can take a short bio break. So
Okay.
you insert it in, and it gives you you don't have to do the computer check for the locks. You now have you set it up so you can actually open it up from that console. The locks, all the locks. Unfortunately, it'll be all the locks on the train. All the doors will open basically, even the ones that go to the outside.
well, so before we unlock it, is it possible to break it with the electronic lock breaker? So we're only opening this lock, rather than open ourselves up to major problems.
You know what? You think you can do that. You think it's going to be a little hard, though, because you're going to have to fool the biometric scanner in the keypad. If you had one or the other, it would make it a lot easier.
I was actually wondering, would it be possible to register a new biometric system?
It would take you probably. It's going to take you a while, is the only caveat I would throw out. So other stuff would be
Okay.
going on while you're just working on that.
Okay, but yeah, we have 2 electronic lock breakers, so you said that was an option.
It was an option, yes. And in fact, if both of you guys work on the things kind of not together, one hooks into the biometric scanner, the other hooks into the keypad. I'll let you guys do when you do your help assist, it'll be for half the time it normally would be,
Okay.
because you're working you're working on them at the same time.
Right.
All right, but actually, we'll take a short break real quick.
Sounds good.
Because I actually need to use the restroom as well, so perfect. Be right back.
Wait.
So Shorebecca does have gravity boots as well. So he could go out there and just destroy them while they're attacking the plane.
Back and back. I'd like to apologize, by the way. I'm having trouble keeping information straight in my head tonight. Whew. Oh, I'm all alone. Man, I'm dying over here. Tough crowd, tough crowd. Okay. Well, I guess that's for the recording there. Hi, people listening to the recording. I forgot to turn it off.
You forgot that stuff. Yeah. I actually did say something when no one was here and felt really sad.
It's okay. That to me too. I'm right back again.
So hopefully this bounty hunter that's with the prisoners is a tough guy. We can take him out.
Alright, I'm back again. Alright, good times. Okay. This should get interesting now, by the way. I know it's been kind of boring for some people, probably poor Rebecca and Docs.
At least I got to save some Wookiees. I'm happy about that. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Need some glass. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because I keep... You guys keep either refusing to get despairs or enough threat for me to really mess with you too much. Because I feel weird. Just a simple failure. I don't think that's enough to really have guys attack you unless they were going to attack you in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and with all the stupid advantages and that being everything that's rolled.
It happens, though. It happens.
I'm glad I finally got a triumph, but geez, the last few were just...
You like getting those leadership triumphs, though, don't you? Remember last time?
No, they're nice. I like doing it. It's just, that was a long series of bad rolls for me. Not even bad rolls, just not good rolls. But, now I've got a bunch of mercenaries following me, so...
This thing's still working. Okay,
Take that, chorus.
Okay. Hey, you know what? He's just sitting there watching. He's got a smirk on his face. Hey, oh yeah, by the way, he followed you up on top of the roof, just so you know.
Okay, cool.
He's going to be with you.
I was going to say...
So Rebecca does have some gravity boots as well, so if things get rough up there, you can call Shorebecca up.
Yeah.
Should be fun. All right, so it's just waiting for. I think Jason, you're back, right?
Yeah,
I'm talking. Okay, yeah. And Riz is back, so we're all here then, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Looks like it.
All right, so yeah, you guys, if you want, you can do a either a skullduggery, mechanic, or computers check of varying difficulties depending upon what you want to do. I don't. For fun, you think skullduggery would probably be the best option.
Yeah, I actually would like skullduggery.
All right. Are you working on the biometric scanner or the?
What do you want?
You working on the biometric scanner or the keypad?
Can I know what would be the difficulty for either of them?
Yeah, because I only have 3 green on all of it.
Well, I'm gonna say you feel like it'll be a lot harder doing the biometric scanner than the keypad.
Okay, I'll do that one then.
All right. Probably a good choice. For that one, it's actually going to be a formidable, a 4. That's formidable, right?
Daunting's 4.
Daunting. See, I'll get it down eventually.
Okay.
4. I'm gonna upgrade it once for fun.
What kind of skill check is that again?
Skullduggery.
Got it.
Okay, question. I have something where I get to lower the difficulty. What would that reduce it to?
Three.
It says decrease, not downgrade.
Okay, then it would just be 4, so it would be 2 purple, 1 red.
2 purple, 1 red. Okay. Let me just mark that strain down really quick. Okay. And fingers crossed. Oh,
No.
You know what? You just can't quite get it. You're gonna have to make another check, but things are gonna happen before that. So you can go ahead and make your check,
All right.
Gil.
All right. So then,
It's-
what would that be for me?
Since you're doing the keypad, you can try either skullduggery, just kind of a general thing, or you can try kind of a. Actually, no, if you're gonna use the data breaker, or not data, the electronic. You know what I'm trying to say. It's
Lock
gonna be
breaker.
skullduggery. For the keypad, it's only gonna be a hard check,
So 3.
and then still upgrade once. So
what about how mine was with the lockbreaker? Would that have changed it?
I
Or
think
was that taken into account?
I think that it was actually you should have had maybe a boost dice. I'd have to double check. Is it the or is it the electronic lockpick?
Electronic lock breaker doesn't have any in-game mechanics. It just says that it can open electronic locks. It's kind of just
Yeah, it having that means you have the tools, and I didn't give you a setback dice for it. There you go. Although actually, I totally forgot. Since you're on the moving train, it's sped up. You're actually everyone's going to be at a setback unless you have those cool magnetic boots. Thanks for reminding me.
All right.
key.
There you go.
So I'll go ahead and flip a die. I'm gonna. Can I do computers because we're doing electronic things?
I'm starting to let you do that.
All right. We'll go ahead and flip one here. Upgrade. And one set by die, and here we go. There we go.
Nice.
All right. You know what?
Good job.
Getting it. Yeah, you get it out. Sounds like a problem. Except it's a little strenuous though. You're actually going to take the one strain for that.
Okay.
Oh no, it's also getting a little bumpy. It's if you don't know, it's some of the track isn't the best. You're not really supposed to drive this speed over it. Does that satisfy your?
Yeah, that's satisfying.
Don't bring science into the sci-fi game.
Star Wars is not hard sci-fi. No, there's warp
Forgive
drives.
me.
Okay, no, there you go. Like I said, it's actually it's the actual jostling of the cars on the shoddy rails. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you got that.
You're
Okay.
driving over magrail possums.
Now,
Okay.
if you are on top, you actually see what looks to be some Z95s coming in, kind of doing a strafing run on the kind of the anti-air. And there's just shots are going everywhere. Pretty much every Trennishin is just shooting, kind of in general, at the like the little squadron. Looks like it's about 2 Z95s attacking on each end. But you also notice there are another pair of Z95s coming in, and they have different markings than the ones, and it looks like they might start to engage them. But there you go. That's what you see right now, up there.
All right. If I can do anything, Bo's is probably just going to start doing fire discipline for the AA guns, or he'll just start doing inspiring presence and field commanders to.
Actually, if you want, I will let you to give a leadership check for these little, your little squad you have set up there. I don't have the rules for squads and things, so I'm kind of making up kind of a little house rule here. If you can make a daunting, that's daunting, right? Four
Yeah.
leadership check. You will give them boosts to their blowing up the. They're shooting at these E95s. These are the guys that can do damage to it, basically. Unfortunately, you're too far away from the AA guns and don't have a proper way of communicating with them to give them the bonus.
All right. I will try that. I'm going to flip because I want this to work. And let's see.
I wanted to see Bose try to fire the missile tube.
Well, I might eventually.
I don't think you can actually pick it up, though. What's the cumbersome on it?
I believe there are 3.
Oh, yeah.
3 cumbersome or encumbrance?
No, cumbersome. Encumbrance.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I can't even pick that up. Jeez. I mean, I can pick it up, but me trying to fire that would just be. I
Good
might.
stuff.
We'll see how this goes. Come on. Woo!
All right. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You motivate the guy with the heavy repeating blaster. He just can't seem to miss right now. It's just like he seems like he's just getting really lucky. I'm not really doing any rolls for any of that because it's not
laughing
Yeah.
maniacally.
Yeah. So that's
I'm gonna
good.
make friends with Crad. That's my new plan.
So they're having fun up there. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think it would be advantageous to us that like some of their bigger guns actually run out after like they finish firing. Like
Definitely.
Well,
Well-
they're still not on our side, even if you've got them under your
Oh
thumb
no,
right
no,
now.
don't worry. Those advantages will help you out later. Like I said, he's just having a good old time shooting at the Z95s. And they've shot a few of the missile. There is another guy with the missile tube, and he's already shot off. He's shooting his thing off just like crazy, just barely even aiming. He seems to be enjoying the collateral damage to the buildings. All right, back to you guys down there in the train. There is a hit on the train on the southern side of the explosion, a small explosion, so everyone's kind of jostled around pretty good there. And you notice that the AA gun has been hit there, Boj.
Okay.
On the kind of the opposite end of the train from you guys.
Okay.
Okay, but you can go ahead and make another check on that biometric lock.
Yeah, Rebecca will hold key steady.
Brace.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Rebecca will activate his brace talents that he has like 50 of.
So like I said, it'll
um,
be 3 purple, 1 red. So I made you roll last time, right? Sorry. Yeah, no, because then you downgrade. Yeah, so 2 purple, 1 red for you, with your downgrade included. And you rolled an advantage. So you actually get 1 more boost die.
Right, and you shouldn't have a setback because you're being braced.
Yes, Rebecca's bracing you, so I'll let him.
How badly do we want this to work?
Badly.
Very flip for it.
Flipped, yeah. Okay, go.
Nice.
All right. You know what? You get it. You have it set up so as soon as you want to open it, you guys can open it. It's unlocked.
Sweet.
So there you go.
Now then.
All right. Okay, I know I'm going to do a quick little roll here for those guys up there with you there. All right, one of the Z95s has been blown out of the sky. That guy with that heavy repeating blaster just got a really lucky shot and just blew it up.
Nice.
He's having a good old time. In fact, it looks like you see the power cell seems to be rather drained.
All right, that works.
All right, there you go. So now you guys are at that door. What do you want to do? Oh, by the way, Bose, you notice that there's transitions on the other end as well, on the top, shooting now as well.
Okay.
So do we want to wait for Boj? Do we want to tell him to come down, or do we just want to proceed without Boj?
I say just do your thing.
Well, I'll say this: with the wind, he'd have a lot of trouble hearing what you're saying over the comm link.
Not to mention, isn't there a comm jammer going now?
No, they didn't turn on the comm jammer.
No, we didn't.
They got really lucky with their computer's roll, and they disabled the cameras basically instead of jamming them.
Oh. Boj is in it to win it at this point, so just do what you guys need to.
Well, do you want me to just try to stealth inside the next room, guys? I mean, the doors are kind of bad for that. But...
We have the camera feed for it, don't we?
Well, that's true, but we couldn't see all of it. It was focused on
actually,
one dude.
it looks like it's set up. The camera set up to watch basically the direction you guys are trying to head. So it doesn't have the door you're at, or that little part of the thing.
Oh.
I mean, I say we just all go in.
Well, I mean, since we're at the door here, I'll try to sneak in first, but you guys can immediately come in if it's an issue. Like, I don't think it would take that long.
You know what? How about you make a stealth check to try and kind of get the door to open without, in a stealthy manner. How about that?
That's fair.
And then let
sure.
you guys work from there. I will say, it's gonna be an opposed against someone else's vigilance at this point. Let me pull up his stats.
Okay.
Or their stats. Or her stats. You know who it is. Why isn't it loading? Okay, it's actually going to be 2 reds, 1 purple.
Okay.
All right, you know what? You open it up. Why is it reloading everything? That's weird. All right, okay. And you see you open the door and you see it's a big big guy. Like he kind of looks like he's about 8 feet tall. He's taller than Rebecca, and he's in big, heavy, cumbersome-looking armor. You don't see any weapons on him, and he's actually kind of looking towards the opposite direction, which is how you managed to get the drop on him there.
Oh.
It actually, for frame of reference, I'm really bad about moving these things. But, I know I didn't get his picture uploaded. Whatever. Not important. Anyway, it's big, heavy armor. He's like 8 feet tall. He's a big, just huge. You can't tell any race. It just looks like it's all armor.
Reverse pickpocket grenade onto him.
I don't have a grenade. Is there anyone else in the room? Or anything else of note?
Yeah, you see at the other end, you see there's some other cages, and as I said, you actually see a guy in an Imperial uniform in the very back, just kind of sitting there like, what the hell am I doing here? And across from him, you see a guy. Is anyone an active member of the rebellion?
Sure, Becca.
Yeah, I guess
All right.
technically I am.
Yeah, you know what? You notice the guy. He's actually wearing a rebellion officer uniform as well.
The big guy?
No, the guy in the opposite cage from the Imperial officer.
Ah.
Oh, so he's in a cage.
Yeah, and then
Is
as well,
he
you see a medical officer kind of currently standing over the unconscious guy on the gurney there, who is, rather very well strapped down.
Yeah, I mean it's just a question of whether we think we can blow past this guy, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get Tori Loco or whatever his name is off without it.
Yeah, we're pretty much gonna have to kill this guy or incapacitate him somehow.
Lorky Toto. I reversed the T and the L's. Okay.
I liked it.
Just remember, he blesses the rain down in Africa.
Not that Toto.
Right, so are we
Wait,
having
does he hold the line then?
All right. Point is, what are you guys doing with this guy? He hasn't turned around yet. But
Or are you guys thinking we're going to want to jump him?
Do we get a surprise round if we go for him right now?
Certainly. I'll let you get a kind of a free thing on him.
Okay, well, question then. Do you guys
One
have...
person will get one free attack, and then we're all going to have to roll initiative.
Do you guys have goggles by chance that would let you see in the dark?
Yeah, Rebecca actually just bought some hunting goggles.
Yeah,
Sweet,
Zach
that's
has
what
some too.
Well, I was just wondering if we could blow out the lights or something to make it easier for us.
I have scanner goggles.
They do make darkness not so scary.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, the giant armor guy probably also has something, but that would help against the Imperials at least.
Well,
Yeah.
the Imperials are in prison too, so right?
No, one was.
No, they're both in. There's the two cages separate from each other in the corners in the back. One has a rebel officer, one has the Imperial officer in it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
this guy. Okay.
I thought the Imperial was walking around.
No, he's also in a
It's
cage.
just the medical guy that's walking around, right?
Yeah. He's actually. I just get a close look. He actually looks. He's actually a. What a little guy. Drawl. He's actually a drawl as well. He's actually walking on like stilts though. Like he's a very odd fellow.
Oh, well, he doesn't want to feel inferior.
Go and kick him.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you want to take that surprise round, go ahead.
Yeah. So what's the distance on it?
Oh, it's
I
gonna be
guess-
short if you're gonna shoot him.
Yeah. Then what are we looking at in terms of difficulty?
It's gonna be 1 purple and 1 red for adversary 2.
Okay. Shorebecca is getting a very serious look on his face, and he is activating his Rain of Death maneuver.
Good.
That means I get to do auto fire without the added difficulty.
But of course, I'm gonna spend destiny points. So 2 red. There you go.
2 red. Okay.
Send it back. Make this first shot count.
Okay. So I've got accurate run. I've activated Rain of Death. Let's see what happens.
No.
All right.
Okay. So 17, and I have Bantha's Eye on this, so that is 3 times. Pierce 1.
Okay. So that was 17 times 3. Let me do the calculations here.
That's what, 34,
One
51?
Come on, calculator. Well, I also need to do the soak and stuff too, and it's, for some reason it's not wanting to load up. Sorry, I failed math forever, so I always use a calculator. Okay,
That's
so
fair.
that's 17
Pierce 1.
minus soak plus 1.
So are
we'll
these
times that by
separate
3.
shots, or is it all one shot?
It is
Okay.
3 shots of 17, so you apply soak to each of them.
All right, he kind of falls on one knee and turns his head. He's definitely hurting.
Yeah.
Just apologize. So you didn't see him.
You got the Pierce 1 on that, right?
Oh yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. Then do we need to roll initiative?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I feel like he can't be doing great.
I'd be
Not
scared.
at all. Where is?
So what does initiative go off of again?
Vigilance, right?
It'd be cool.
Cool or vigilance. It could be either of you. It's gonna be his vigilance. So you guys can choose cool or vigilance.
Point 1.
Big bad, please. Okay. Okay, let me do the stat block, please. Okay. Of course, I'm blind. I'll just look it up. Ah, I closed it. Dang it. Normally, oh no, okay, there we go. Big
Is
bad.
anyone GM helping?
Okay, where is his?
Initiative.
Okay, yeah. Okay, oof, yeah. Well. So I'm just,
Okay. So guys, be sure to go to the initiative in the agent dossier and add your initiative.
why isn't it? All right, it wasn't coming up for a second. Okay, he gets to roll his, and he's actually gonna take 3 strain to add 3 successes for his. A triumph! Hey.
Oh, that's a
So,
free maneuver.
He is 4.2 with a free maneuver. Oh, he jumps at you, Shorebecca. You're now engaged with him. He just literally leaps from on a knee, facing the opposite direction. Well, he stands up and turns around. There you go. And then, let me load up the initiative thing.
Just leaving blood everywhere, I'm assuming.
No, actually, you don't see any blood. There are sparks, but no blood.
Ah, okay.
And in fact, he's actually gonna also when you get into engagement, he activates his fearsome. So you have to roll a fear check against 2 difficulty. So discipline 2 difficulty.
Okay.
Wait, there it is. It's toss here. Got it.
Okay. Okay. Both of my purples rolled double failures. That's weird, but I got a triumph, so I don't.
Okay, you know what? We'll just kind of say he startled you, so he'll just get a boost die on his first attack against you. How about that?
Okay.
But other than that, you're no setback against him at all. That sound fair, or you want to? How do you want to?
Yeah, that's fine. He'll get a setback from my armor.
Gotcha. All right, so this is okay. It looks like he has to go first as well. Okay, so we have
Does everyone have initiative put in?
Jasper, Docs, Guild, Tribeca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I'm missing. Oh, Bo's just in there. Yeah.
I figured I
Bo's in
should
there,
roll
okay.
for this.
So he's actually going. You have melee defense as well, right?
Yes, it's
And he's-
armor, so it's 1 in both.
He is punching you in the face. That's what he's trying to do right now.
Okay.
Oh,
He doesn't have any weapons that you can see.
Oh, okay. So he's a punchbot 3000.
Watch, he was like a peacekeeper or something we were supposed to ally with.
Oh God.
Okay, Brawl is. He's going to spend a destiny point to upgrade his pool one more time. Engaged. And you said, what's your defense?
It's just 1 added to it.
Okay. So he is going to try and punch you in the face.
Jeez.
And he does. He does very well.
So
Luckily, he didn't get any advantages. So But let me look at his thing, because he's kind of special. He does pure strain damage, by the way.
Uh-oh.
And let's see, he does... Just had his stuff up. Okay, yeah, 5 special. So that is going to be... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's actually going to be 11 strain.
Oh, jeez.
He's
Good
a
thing you got the
strain damage
biofeedback.
machine.
Yeah, I've got biofeedback, and I get to take that against my soak, right?
Yes, there is soak.
Okay, so what was the total?
11.
11 minus 7 is 4.
Yeah, if he got advantages, he could have activated, the other attributes of his punching fists.
Knockdown and concussion and stuff like that,
All that
right?
good stuff. But he didn't. He decided to roll no advantages at all. No threats either, though, so that's good.
Going for straight strain. Yeah, I guess it's all of us, right? Do you want Shorebecca to put this guy down?
Go for it.
Oh, by the way, actually, he's going to take an incidental. He says, "Surrender now."
Or prepare to fight.
No, or
That's right.
surrender now, or I'll find who has a bounty on you and sell you to them.
You're not going to live long enough to us do anything.
All right. Okay. Well.
Yeah, Shorebecca will jump back, so he's no longer engaged.
Nah.
Is that possible?
You can. If he had got any advantage, he was gonna actually grab you with that, but he didn't roll any advantage. So there you go.
Okay.
Good.
He'll take this. He'll take the strain to Reign of Death again.
But actually, now that you're there, he is going to dodge, and he is going to spend 3 strain. So actually,
Okay, so-
let me.
I'll strain him out.
So
Well, I
already
did lethal
did.
damage, so.
you already did 3, and another 3. So okay, yeah. So you have to upgrade that 3 times for his dodge. Already upgrade. So upgrade a total of 5 times with his adversary in the dodge.
Okay, so that becomes 1 red, 1 purple, 1 red, 1 purple, 1 red, 1 purple. So 3 purple. Is that right?
So it's 1. So upgrade. Let me do this real quick. So it's
I think it's
already
3 reds.
okay. So it's going to be
It
1
should
red,
only be
1
day.
red, 1 purple for just the adversary. Upgrade it 2 more times would be ding.
It's 3 reds.
Yeah, 3 reds. There you go.
Okay, do we want to spend another destiny point on our side?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Nice. Well, I mean,
Oh, no,
moderately.
there's
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't get any successes, so the shot actually misses. All of the reds rolled failures, by the way.
Nice.
But with the triumph, I
Help me out, man. Hook me up
Let's.
for a good hit.
Do you, with the triumph, you could also say do something vital, such as shooting the controls to the rebellion officer's door, so he can suddenly get out.
But how useful would a guy that's been in a cage been for so long be? Just throwing it out there.
That's true.
They look pretty haggard. Everyone in there.
I mean,
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do initiative for the draw. Jeez. He'll just go last. He'll be because he's not really paying attention anyway.
you could just upgrade his next check,
yeah, I just don't know if how beneficial that'll be. Yeah,
or
I
upgrade
guess-
an ally's next one.
yeah. Let's just say the shot, he's having to dodge so many shots that he's just like, whoa, and he's not focusing on any other character. So the next person that gets a shot in will get an upgrade.
Gotcha.
And a
Sounds
boost.
good. Yeah, and the boost from the advantage. Yeah, there you go. 1 upgrade, 1
Yeah.
boost. So the next person shooting. Sounds good.
Okay.
Or punching.
Or slicing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's done, I'll go next.
Awesome.
Right, so yeah, following Trebekah's shot, Dox is just gonna charge in with his shield and sword as usual, and try to give this guy a good whack.
All right. He is going to try and dodge just once this time, so I'm going to upgrade once. -1.
Okay, and I guess I'll just spend a destiny, might as well.
Yeah.
And I'll spend a destiny to upgrade your check as well. So, there you go. I got
God.
Wow!
Okay then.
You know what?
That's ridiculous.
You know what? If you want, you can actually position him kind of where you want to. That much, like say you want to put him near the door that leads out, so you can like the actual outside door. You can do that. I don't know.
Well,
That would just be the advantage, and I
With
don't
the
know, up to you.
yeah,
you can
yeah. I mean, knock him out of the train. Yeah. Just
What if we say
send him
that
away.
if Triumph, one of the Z95s, blows a hole
Can I just-
inside where you guys are?
Can I just shield bash this guy off the train or something?
You know what? Certainly, you can. You know, you just
With 8 advantages in a Triumph, yeah.
definitely. He goes flying off the train, and you see sparks and everything, and he's just gone. All right.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Fires all around.
Yeah, I don't know. So that guy must have
I
had
need
some
to do something
ridiculous
real quick
soak.
here. He does have actually energy weapons are that's what he's built to resist.
Oh, okay. So he's got some of the like energy resistant. Yeah. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm not saying he has Cortesis weave, but I'm not saying he doesn't either. Okay. I actually need to do a quick roll. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, we still have the draw, right?
Yeah. Well, he's not paying any attention. If the guy was still up, I would have had him do something.
Oh, so we didn't hear? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's sort of an incidental now that we can just stun him.
Okay, never mind. That's all good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
the draw is still just kind of walking back and forth. He's kind of talking to himself.
He didn't pay any attention to the ridiculous blaster fire, the rain of death that just happened.
No.
If you get a closer look, you see he has a cybernetic implant on his head. Like, it looks like and it's been set basically to slave mode, if that makes any sense.
Oh.
Like an old hard drive.
Something like that. All right, so what are you guys doing? Also, on this side, now that you guys have cleared it out, you also notice there's also a couple of boxes laying around. Kind of, there are some Imperial markings and some Blast Tech markings on the boxes.
Yeah, I think we need to stun the drawl and investigate what else is around here. I don't know if we want to free the Imperials or kill them or something. I don't know. Maybe the broker has reasons to keep Imperials, but we can't have all of them. That's kind of a lot. Was there just one rebellion officer and one Imperial officer?
Oh, there were a few other guys in the Imperial officer's cell. You're not really sure if they're Imperials, but there are a couple of other guys in the Rebel officer's cell. Sorry, they're not in any obvious dress, but they've definitely been separated or segregated. And they all look really beat up and haggard.
Okay. Do we get any reaction from them after we've taken out the guard?
They look nervous. Basically, they're not saying anything. They don't know what's going on, so they're not exactly being helpful. The Imperial officer will get and say, "Finally, a rescue party! Get us out of here!" And kind of start.
He'll hear a little bit of an angry Wookiee shout.
His face pales. In fact, you swear you recognize this guy's voice, Rebecca. You don't know from where. It just sounds familiar.
Oh.
He is an older gentleman.
Okay. Any checks I can make to try and recognize him?
Let me see. For fun and giggles. I gotta check something really
It'd be fun to roll a memory check.
You know what? Where is it? I really need that second screen. Let me. Rebecca. Okay.
The Shorebecca
If you want to make a just an easy, I'll say. Just an easy check against any knowledge skill you want. Just kind of a general memory check. I don't know. Not
Yeah.
even, education. We'll go back. That's pretty general. I missed
One
it. What
success, one failure. I've got advantage though, so I recognize the voice.
You know what? You're pretty sure he was from the slave labor camp you were at. You just don't know from where. By the way, his insignia makes him look like he's a captain, someone of importance.
Well, does he have ID on him?
No, other than his uniform, you guys gonna go in there and search him? Other than what they're wearing, you doesn't seem to have anything.
Yeah, I guess okay, so we have boxes, we have the rebels that we need to let out and let know what's going on. Well, that's just Rebecca that's wanting that because he's a member of the rebellion now. And of course we have Lorky Toto. Uh-oh.
By the way, the Z95s that are now dogfighting above the train as it's driving, one has just crash landed on the back part of the train. It's lost the back locomotive.
Oh, good.
So, by the way, everyone's jostled around. Anyone near an open door needs to make an athletics or a coordination check, unless you have those cool boots that keep you attached. Is anyone near? I guess you all entered in this little spot, right?
I guess.
So just go ahead. Everyone just make a
guy off the train.
Just make
Yeah, Docs I think is the only one there that
And do you have those boot stocks?
No.
All right.
He's also by the hole he pushed the guy out of.
That's true. Just make a hard coordinations check. Upgrade it once.
Coordination or athletics?
Coordination or athletics. We'll try and say you can either try either or.
Okay.
There's a little overlap in my mind for this particular thing.
And you upgraded it, so. All right. All right. Okay.
All right. Don't even worry about the threat. It's just it's a little strenuous, but you're almost off the train. You jam your shield out at the right moment. Just kind of get stuck in between one of the little benches that the train assistants were sitting on, and you pull yourself in. You had a nice cool breeze. And in fact, that's not even the Triumph. The Triumph is, you actually notice on the outside of the train, it looks like there's a land speeder pulling up.
How far down?
Who's piloting it?
Unfortunately, he didn't get a good look.
Well, how far down was it? Like, is it near this car, or is it?
It looks like it was dodging the exploding locomotive. So it's
see it from up top.
It would be medium range. No, it's too close to the train unless you were looking for it, Boj.
Okay.
So yeah, Doc's is gonna let everyone know that there's a speeder on the side of the train then.
Let's talk to the rebels and get them out, and I'm gonna punch the Imperial if you don't mind.
I don't know. Go right ahead.
So we
In
got him
fact,
out.
go make a simple brawl check for fun.
Oh, just unopposed?
Yeah, unopposed.
Okay.
Oh,
Jeez.
Wow.
You just cold cocked him. He is unconscious, and
Nice.
forevermore, whenever he deals with you, he is so afraid of you. If you want to coerce him or anything, it'd basically be a simple check.
Nice.
Wow.
But he's unconscious for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Probably have Jasper to tend to Lorky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can stun the drawl as an incidental. I don't know if we want to try to rescue him as well. So what does the guy from the rebellion say? I'll report in as, I don't know, Private Rebecca. I don't think I have any rank.
Just it's like, oh, thank God. I was starting to suspect the rebellion didn't even know we were captured. Oh, we were just working on a base. Let's just get out of here. Thank you kindly, sir. I'll most certainly make sure we report to your superiors. And by the way, nasty left hook. All right, that's it. That's all he really has to say. Doesn't have anything too useful. Looks like he's been. He says he's been in captivity for at least a week, Galactic Standard Time.
Yeah. So I guess the boxes, Key, if you want to pickpocket the boxes.
I was
not
actually
really
wondering first. Yeah, I was wondering first if I could try to disable the slave cybernetic thing on the drone.
Okay. For this, it's going to be a computers check, and it's going to be a 5 difficulty, a formidable.
Could it possibly be a skullduggery?
If you're going to use skullduggery, it wouldn't necessarily disable it, but he'd have more free will. How about that? And it would be
Okay,
still a 5 difficulty check.
fair enough. Well, nope.
Oh,
It just hurt my brain thinking about it.
No, what happened is as you were doing it, you actually ended up shutting off the cybernetic entirely. So he actually just he's unconscious right now on the ground.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I think
Well,
you just turned off his
shutting off
brain.
was what I wanted it to do, but I didn't know it would have that result.
He's still breathing.
Okay.
Exactly. You did it. You just oopsed. That's all.
Okay, so can you just
He's
kind of
just
nudge him
resting.
with his foot before shrugging and moving on?
He's still breathing though.
2 of the boxes. Can I check the boxes?
Certainly. Like I said, there's 2 boxes with blast tech markings on them, and 2 boxes with Imperial markings. Which one do you want to go first? By the way, Boj, it looks like the initial wave of Z95s have been taken down, and the trainers say, well, maybe it's time to get back into the car.
Okay. Could I flip a destiny to say Boj notices the land speeder now it's getting closer?
Oh, certainly.
All right, then.
You know what? You realize that it's Yuri, the mechanic from the prison you guys looked at. He's driving up.
Nice.
He is. He actually has his face covered, but you reckon you just get this feeling that's who it is. You just kind of get a sense, something about his manner.
You reach
All
out
right.
with the force.
Then we don't want to draw the attention to that. Boj is just going to try and keep them busy, and we'll just say,
Jasper,
no.
could you roll a quick force die for me, just for fun?
My force rating or just a force die?
Just a force die. But he's the force sensitive, so I make him roll a force die. All right.
Yes.
All right.
We got
another-
our light. Yeah.
There is now a gunship seems to be heading down on you guys right now, like attacking the train. It's attacking the broken locomotive side, and Yuri actually notices that you've seen him. He kind of gives you the thumbs up, pointing back behind him.
as in that's his gunship, or as...
You're not entirely sure.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yay.
That's what our light side Paragon is for, right?
All right, then. I assume everyone's going to be able to see the gunship up there, right?
Oh yes, everyone has turned their attention to that. By the way, heavy repeating blaster guy is now reloading, and they're out of missile tubes, so they're just doing what they can with what they have.
All right, Boj is just going to ask if anyone knows if that thing's our reinforcements or something else attacking.
Oh no, they say that's not one of ours.
I don't know. Would we have any comms to what's his name in the land speeder?
No, unfortunately not.
I guess we need to try and get who we want to get off the ship to him, though, since we know he's a contact of the broker, right?
Yes, he is. He's a fellow agent. He was actually hanging out at the safe house for a while. In fact, he was sent off on another mission right around the time you guys did this.
Just have Dux throw him out as the speeder goes by.
I was thinking about that.
All right, well, Boj is just going to try and keep the people up there busy, and until he knows whether or not the gunship's on their side, he's not going to stop them from firing on it if they do, but he's going to try and keep them from not going down into the train to buy people time.
Okay, actually.
Yeah. So I mean, we have absolutely trust in this other agent, right? We're not suspicious or anything.
Oh no, you guys have saved his bacon.
Yeah, we helped him on the last
Remember?
hunting for
okay.
answers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where did I have Beyond the Rim at? Okay, so what are you guys going to do? The land speeder will probably be there in about 2 or 3 minutes at the speed you guys are traveling. He's trying to catch up. It's a four-person speeder, so you're going to have to kind of decide who's going with what here.
Well, Key's still wanting to loot, so he'll be busy doing that.
Sounds good?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Imperial knocked out. I'd say the Rebel leader, we can take the Imperial as captive, and then, of course, Loki Toto. And I'm not sure about the draw, if we just want to try and carry him. I don't know. So the rest of us can get off at the next station because we're employed, right?
Yes, but the train isn't going to stop until the alert has cleared up, from the looks of it.
Oh. Okay.
That's the only trouble. Documents.
Yeah, I don't know.
Out of
Also,
character, I would say just get Lorky and the Rebel agent off, and maybe send one person with them to make sure, like, nothing attacks the speeder.
Right, and then the rest of us should leave the room, relock it, and make it look like we were not in there at all.
Would Jasper be
Yeah.
able to read the other like 2 commands that were on the terminal?
Oh, good point.
Where is it?
Maybe I could do like an education roll or something.
Yeah, if you...
We're talking about the ones that are in Trandoshan, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's one for the camera, one for the doors, but then like at least 2 I think I heard. They were in
Okay.
Trandoshan.
Okay. Where are the stats in here? Dang it. I hate the adventure books. Anyway, not important. I'll make it up as I go along. Okay. Okay, so what are you guys planning to do?
Oh, can I read any of those instructions that are in Trandoshan?
Oh,
I mean, I was saying, could I roll like an education check?
certainly. What instructions were you reading? Sorry. Kind of.
On the terminal.
Oh, on the terminal? Oh, yeah, certainly. Oh no, you can make a we'll say it's going to be a medium. I mean, an average. We'll say an average xenobiology check.
Okay.
And then don't forget the setback for the train jostling around.
Oh, how much setback is that?
Just one.
Okay.
You're kind of.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Here goes.
Woo! All right. Actually, it's saying it's saying that this particular the prisoner they're auctioning off has caused a bit of trouble already. He tried to escape by apparently trying to use the force to basically throw part of a building at somebody. And that's why he's now heavily sedated and needs to be kept that way. And it also gives the instructions for basically the counter. There's another way of finding out how to counter what he's been dosed with. So
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think undose him so we can get him back in order. And that way, whoever goes with him can also support him if there's any issues. Or so he can help them too.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the check to undose them, or I just have the stuff with
you
me?
you just have the stuff with you, so it'll be a simple check just to make sure. You know, not even make a check. You just do it. Boom, he's up.
Okay.
Why waste the time rolling the dice? There we go. He's like,
You do the force-sensitive eye lock, like you understand each other.
yeah, he's still going to be really groggy though. It's the only problem. So he's still kind of.
I'm not telling him I'm force sensitive. Forget that.
He does look up at you and says, "Do I know you?" And he's talking to you, Jasper, because you're in front of him.
No, but we're friends. Don't worry. We'll get you to safety.
All right, he trusts you. All right, so he's standing up. He's going to be groggy just for a little bit while later. For a while bit. Okay, so
I do think we should binder the Imperial and send him off too, in case we don't have an opportunity to release them, the rest of them.
Sure.
So that's 3 spots, right? Loki Toto, the Imperial, the Rebellion officer, and then whoever wants to go with them.
okay. For each person you put into the speeder, it's going to be a hard athletics check.
Oh.
Just so you know, because you can't get it to a point where it's not going to be dangerous.
Okay. No setbacks for Rebecca, though, right? So I have 3 yellow, 1 green.
All right. Who are you going first? And make sure you upgrade that one.
For that upgraded one, we'll go with the Imperial, I guess.
What you
So-
say?
Bound Imperial.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Lorky Toto, does he feel like he needs to be thrown, or can he move himself over somehow?
Oh, he's probably still really groggy.
He's pretty groggy.
you know.
He'll be easier to throw, but
Sack of potatoes.
yeah.
Okay, so the Imperial.
But the Imperial, while he's maybe not actively resisting you, he's not exactly too happy. Oh, no, he's unconscious. Never mind. Yeah,
He's got. We put binders
Oh.
on him too, because
fact, you know- He
Jill
actually
had some binders.
he lands in the back seat head first. His feet are sticking up in the air. One of
That's
his
acceptable.
shoes blows off.
Yeah, I guess would the rebellion officer have any, like, can I get any boosts for him since he's
Wait,
not?
can
Yes.
Docs help him throw these people off, like, in any way? Can we get some assistance?
Actually, you can totally do trained assistance. You kind of like both lob them together, and then if
Nice.
they're conscious and not groggy, they'll give you a boost die to throwing. So he would give you a boost die, yes. But I'm still gonna upgrade it.
Okay, what do I get from Doc's helping? So I have 3 athletics and 4 base.
It wouldn't be any better, so I guess just boost.
Okay, so another boost from Doc's.
There you go.
Okay.
In fact,
So-
you toss
so,
him over, he lands perfectly. Okay, and if you, so who's coming next? Lorky?
Lorky is the last, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, can we say that with that advantage that they've got a pretty good feel?
Oh yeah,
for,
definitely. I'll say
yeah.
you'll have 3 boosts total to get him over.
Okay. So, and he was another difficulty down, right? So it's just
Yeah,
one red,
yeah.
one red,
one
one
red,
purple.
one purple. Yeah.
Flip it just to make sure he makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it'll be awesome if you roll the despair.
Oh, come on.
And Lorky's dead.
Okay, so 4 yellow, 3 boosts, 1 red, 1 purple.
I think you have this.
Oh yeah.
And
what?
as I toss him over, I guess I'll go with them.
You know what? Definitely. You just kind of picked up and jumped over yourself and landed easily. There you go. Perfect. All right, there you go.
Well done.
Okay.
So, there you go. Yuri kind of says, "Are we good?"
Yeah, I think we're ready to get back to our ship or whatever Lord Tori. What is his name? Sorry, Yuri.
Yuri, yeah.
Whatever
He
Yuri
he
has
says,
planned.
"Brace yourself."
I will activate my brace talent.
Definitely, and he just slams on the brakes. Everyone is jerked forward. The Imperial officer smacks into the back of your seat, by the way, and that's about it. And then he drives off. He's heading towards the ship. Okay. Now you guys just need to get yourselves out of there.
Yeah.
By the way, there's actually, now that that is done, I need to. You guys keep getting lucky. All right. You see a ship with a couple of fighters coming up. Look like they are actually X-wings, but they have Yar clan markings on them, and they actually start engaging the gunship. And you also see in the distance, it seems it's called I can't remember the name. Basically,
Describe what it looks like.
it's a light kind of a light shuttle. It's like they kind of use it for boarding. They use it for boarding actions. It's basically a shuttle that holds about 10 people. They use it for boarding actions. Basically, it's a light transport shuttle.
And where is it at?
It is following behind those X-wings that have come in and engaged the gunship.
Okay.
And it looks like it's going to try and land or try and drop off people. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Boj, the gunship has actually cleared off the transitions that were on the thing across me. It's now targeting you guys. So
Oh, good.
this is just kind of a general thing. It's not. It's actually aiming for heavy blaster dude. Let's see what happens here. Oh, don't want the force die. All right. Okay, he gets blown off the ship, and you're hit with we're just gonna say the blast as well. There, Boj.
Okay.
So you are at this point prone, and you're gonna take actually 6 strain, just kind of bam. Even with
Okay.
it, and also you're gonna have to you're gonna need to what's it called? Make an athletics check to get up without falling off.
Even with the magnetic boots?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They've knocked over, so they're going to give you. They're going to make it easy for you, but you're going to have to make the check just to make sure you don't slide off. So go ahead, and it's going to be just an average check, and I'm going to use one more of my dark side points because why not?
All right. I'm going to flip it because I'm only rolling 1 green.
All right, there you go.
So Boj and Trebecca have been training. He's been training Trebecca in discipline. And maybe Shortbecca has been giving Bosch some tips in athletics because
You know what?
obviously
Totally get a boost die.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and another boost die for the boots. They cut,
All
they
right.
cut the difficulty and they're gonna give you a boost die because I don't really want to kill you.
I appreciate that. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh.
you know what? What do you
There's
have?
the spare you wanted.
What do you have on your person?
The missile tube launcher right now.
You know what? You actually you lose hold of that and it falls off. It goes under the train and detonates.
Oh.
The train looks like it's going to derail, guys. So
So before it derails, what did Key find in the container?
rewind a little bit. All right, go ahead and make a hard skullduggery check. We'll say this is happening. Rewind time a little bit. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to take strain to decrease that difficulty. And I'm gonna roll. Okay.
All right, you open up the first plastic thing. It's actually a crate of just kind of standard light blaster pistols. Just a small crate of about. You think there's about 10 in this crate.
Okay. So, I'm gonna take another check to open the next one.
Yeah, certainly. I'd say you get 2 more checks before you've caught up in time with everyone else here.
Okay, there's only one more container though, right?
No, there's 4 containers total. There's 2 Blast Tech and 2 Imperial crates.
Ah, okay, well, let's open an Imperial.
All right, go ahead. It's the same check though.
Oh.
You know, it looks like it's actually been jammed. It doesn't look like you can open it.
Okay, can I carry any advantages to boost the next one I try?
You know, certainly. I'll let you have a boost die on the next one. Same check.
Okay, next Imperial one. Good.
Okay, inside this one is actually a crate of spice.
Oh.
What
Spice
type?
would be nice.
Oh, it's the it's actually not what's the one they get from Castle? Dang it.
Glitterstim.
Glitterstim. There you go. Thank you. Sorry.
So it's a crate of Glitterstim.
Yep. So it's
Cool.
100 doses.
Nice.
And now everything goes kind of crazy. The crates are kind of flying around. Everyone without the mag boots was going to have to make a athletics check not to fall over and take a little bit of strain.
How about
Or
coordination?
athletics or coordination.
Okay.
It'll be a hard. Yeah, hard. All right.
I'm gonna upgrade mine.
Sounds good. All right, Docs. Have that many advantage. You fall over.
No.
All right, Docs. You're down, but you're not actually gonna take any strain because you could clear it with that advantage anyway. Jasper, you fall over and you're gonna take 3 strain. That 1 advantage clearing out the 4.
Okay.
Okay. And the draw is now actually bounced back into the back corner. And it's taking some nasty bumps in the look of it.
I know, I want to save the draw.
Okay. What are y'all gonna do now? You think you got about just a couple of minutes, about 1 or 2 minutes before this train just goes to hell.
Well, the only way we can really go is to go back the way we came because we didn't unlock the other doors.
That's true. But you can still open up all the doors when you get into the next room. You still have that option. If you're still even in that room, you can hit it up and all the doors will open up automatically. Oh, by the way, Boj, you see the second anti-air turret is finally taken out. The person on it had been killed a little earlier.
Okay, and so we have, what, a gunship and then a bunch of Yar clan X-Wings?
Yes, and that boarding ship looks like it's getting pretty close. In fact, the gunship is actually kind of backing off as the X-Wings are kind of chasing it a little bit.
Um,
Do we want to move forward, or do we want to go back? I don't really want to
Anyway,
jump.
someone with mechanics, go ahead and make a hard mechanics check, and I'll see if I can give you some advice here.
Would that be Jasper?
Yeah, I can try it. I don't have any skill, but I'm going to try to stim myself up before trying this.
I'll allow it. I wouldn't be afraid to use Destiny either.
I know you wouldn't.
Alright, so I'm taking a lot of strain here, actually. You need to watch that. And then... Right, so 5 greens, and it's a hard check, you said?
Yeah, just a hard check.
Alright. And yeah, I will upgrade it. Oof.
You know, it comes to you, Jasper. You realize that if you all get to the next freaking car up and disconnect it, you might be able to stop the rest of the car from derailing. You might be able to save yourself that way.
Okay, so in other words, we'll just be in the first car and just leave the rest behind.
Well,
We'll be
you'd
in
be
the fourth
in
car.
the actually the anti-air one. Yeah, the very front car. You have to get all the way to the very front car.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
So what are we gonna do about Bo's just standing on top? Leave him?
Yeah. What are you doing, Boj, at this point?
Well, if most of the
You're the
trenches are
you're the last
dead-
guy. You're the last guy on the roof.
Oh,
Everyone
good.
else has been blasted off or dead.
Then I'm probably would just try and drop down at this point, so I don't get picked off. So I don't know, find a place down. I don't know if that would be in this cart or the next one.
Yeah, it looks like the blast has definitely damaged the ladder down you took up, but you see one. It looks like you could kind of do a running jump to the anti-air turret kind of.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. This one's going to be an athletics check, and we'll make it hard, but it's going to be, you're going to get your boost from training with good old Rebecca,
Flip.
and actually a boost for your grav boots.
Okay,
And I'm going to flip a destiny.
of course. I'll flip back. Alrighty, well, let's see how this goes.
He doesn't want to kill you, but he kind of does want to kill you.
No, it's just so much fun. Oh, okay. You know, you land on it, but you forget to turn on the grav boots, so you jostle and roll, and you're gonna take we'll say 4 strain, and
All right.
one wound from just knocking your head really hard.
Okay.
You get your little bit of a bloody nose. All right, but you do notice on the good old little anti-air turns. Also, is a flechette launcher kind of milling around with some of the dead bodies.
Okay, I'll probably have him grab that if he can, and after he activates his boots now.
Definitely. But okay, guys. If to get to the train, once Jasper tells you, I want you all to make an athletics check. Just an average athletics check. Upgrade it once.
Okay, well, Key wants Docs to grab the drill first.
So
you would
is,
yell at him for that. Of course, it would be up to Docs, but
Yeah, he'll take him if he's told to. He'll grab him.
so
Okay.
are you spending that destiny to upgrade everyone's or a specific person's?
You know what? I will upgrade it for the first 4 checks. So whoever goes
Which
first
is
4
everyone in there.
There you go. And also, Docs, you know what? No, you're strong enough that the carrying the draw doesn't have much of an after effect.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have the boots on, you're also going to have 2 setback because it's getting so crazy in the train.
yeah, I was actually wondering if we could use coordination, where instead of just powering through, we're able to land our steps just right to kind of counteract that.
Certainly.
Okay.
So,
In fact-
yeah, I'm also going to use to upgrade mine because I'm carrying the guy. And I don't want
I stumble.
All right. Yeah, you know what? You stumble, you're going to take another 2 strain damage, Tommy, getting to the end. But you are, if you do pass out, you're going to pass out just on the anti-air terminal.
So it was
All
one
right,
purple,
and
one
you
red,
said
2
there was
setback.
2 setback, correct?
Yeah, 2 setback.
Well, I got a triumph, but I also failed. 2 advantage.
All right. Anyone that failed is 4 strain is going to be the basic, and then any extra threat will be extra strain damage to you.
Picking conflict to wipe my strain.
What
Or not
if
wipe
you
it,
just
but to heal
triumph
it.
here?
Gotcha. All right.
Oh wait, I can't do it though because it's all dark side. Never mind, that didn't work.
Uh-oh. Are you feeling a little woozy, Jasper?
Yeah.
All right. Don't worry. We'll give you a shot here in a second. Okay. Everyone's rolled, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. All right. You all see, like I said, there's a bunch of dead Trendition bodies, and that boarding ship is coming in close. To disconnect the train, it's going to be a medium. Medium. An average mechanics check for Jasper, since he remembers how to do it. Just kind of do it. But if he tells someone else how to do it, it'll be a hard check.
Okay, really quick though. With that triumph I got, can I decrease the strain at all?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot about your triumph. How about for that triumph? Is you managed to carry one of the crates out with you? I'll let you choose either the
I will take
blasters
the glitter stim.
or the glitterstim. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna wave Key over and say, Key, like, hold this while I do this because I know that we have to do some things simultaneously to get that Togruta boost.
Okay.
Alright, here goes.
Nice.
All right. You disconnect it, and just as you disconnect it, the train, the car you guys are just in, lifts up and tumbles end over end into the buildings. By the way, you guys have at this point actually passed. You're actually right around the mercenary checkpoint again, and the train crashes in. The rest of the train crashes into it. There's now a raging fire, and the building has collapsed.
Well, alright, time to get out of here.
Contract out the window.
Get to our ship.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, to stop the train, you're gonna have to get to the front of the actual like, the little engine compartment. It's currently locked, and it looks like there is someone hiding in there, kind of like. Oh, probably that boarding ship is now over you guys, following it, and there are ropes coming down.
Can Boj see anything from up there?
No, the way the anti-aircraft is, you're all on the same level. It has open. It's basically open except for the little engine spot. Like I did not plan out these pictures well, but okay, it's basically an open freight thing. Like you've played Grand Theft Auto 5, right? And some of them are just like open. It's just like kind of like a flat panel that goes across the tracks. That's what you're on, except for it has like an engine, an upraised little spot for where the guy in control is. That's enclosed and protected.
Alright, well, if there are ropes coming down, Doc's gonna set the troll down for the moment.
All right, sounds good. By the way, anyone mechanically inclined thinks they might be able to get the anti-air kind of cannon working again if you could hold it off for about 5 minutes.
Well, Key can try to boost Jasper again if he wants to.
What's the difficulty?
It'll actually just be a hard. And after this check, we're going to do a good old, whatchamacallit, initiative.
Okay. Sorry, what skill check was this again?
Oh, mechanics, to repair the anti-air cannon.
Got it. Alright, I'm going to upgrade it.
And you got your 2 from me, right?
No, I'll upgrade too. I got to use up all these dark side points.
Oof!
All right. Perfect.
Goodness, that was a close one.
All right, you know what? Like I said, you realize that whatever had shot it had actually just caused one of the rounds to actually jam. So you quickly yank it out and get it prepped to shoot. But now everyone's gonna have to roll either a cool or vigilance because you knew this was coming, and so did they. So number 1,
Again, a .1.
number 2. Oh.
I wouldn't
And
even
number 3 and number 4. Okay, so NPC 1 is 4-1. Where is it? Initiative. Where are you? Okay, so that was a 2.2. with a triumph, 4.1. And what was number 3? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so just 2 advantage, and then 2 and 4. Where is okay. Should be 4 NPCs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, gotcha. You're not here, are you, Rebecca?
Not currently, but you know, I could be dropped off at some point.
Good, good, okay.
On the moving train?
Yeah, wait, are we still moving?
Oh yeah, you guys are on the moving part of the train. By the way, you think you have a little while before you actually hit the destroyed track. You know, like at least 2 to 5 hours. You can't quite get a good estimation.
Oh, like circling back around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the train, it just seems to keep getting faster and faster. By the way, it's no longer jostling around anywhere near as badly,
Okay.
though. No, it's lost the excess.
Bose, you have the contract, right, that says that we're, like, employed or something?
Yeah.
You. Oh.
Okay. I mean, there's no suspicion, right? You might be able to make something of that, I hope.
I would say that these guys are Yar clan members, so they were coming to get Lorky, is probably what you're thinking. I'll just throw it out there for you. Sort.
It's a bunch of Rhodians.
Yeah, but we're just apparently by all signs, we're just like random protection people, right?
They might recognize us.
Oh god. Okay.
Sort HC. There we go. Cool. Looks like I did it the wrong way. Dang it. Curse sort function. There we go. Okay. So it's gonna go NPC, PC, PC, NPC, NPC. Okay. Cool beans.
Wait, what happened to my name?
Did someone get to delete it while I was messing around with it?
Let me re-add it. I'm at the bottom anyway, so.
Is there a Celestin as part of this boarding party?
No, no. It just looks like pure. Well, most of the guys are actually in a nice laminate armor with the Yar clan kind of symbols, almost spray painted on. They don't look anywhere near as well equipped, or it doesn't look anywhere near as professional as the guys who hit us in the Price's Might. More of one of those guys. More one of those teams. They're not so worried about coming back. You know what I mean? Because this was definitely a bit of a suicide mission. Okay. So, all right, NPC first. All right. Their actual maneuver is going to be fast roping down. You see, the first group is actually a group of 3 kind of down on the same thing and kind of set up a position. And they're actually going to make... Okay, so you're on the AA gun, Jasper, but the way they're facing, they're actually going to probably see... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just roll a 1d6. So let's roll 1d6 for who they're going to shoot at here. Number 2, looks like that's... Oh, Rebecca isn't here, so it's going to be Boj.
Oh, good.
But you're prone still, right? Did you stand up?
No.
All right, they get a setback for that, see? But everyone's a short range. Okay. And they have 3 guys, so it's upgraded twice. So 2 greens, boom, boom, 2 yellows. Okay. And they have blaster carbines, this particular group. So their maneuver is coming down, and now they're shooting at you, sir. Pew, for 2. Okay. Blaster carbine. Where did I just had this note up? Sorry. I'm having trouble keeping track of everything today.
Blaster carbines are
I think
9.
It's 9. Okay, yes, a 9, 10, 11 to you, Mr. Boj.
Well, he is... Let's see, that means 8, 9... Okay, he's almost down.
Gotcha. All right, and now it's player.
All right. I guess Dox will just, like, since he was hovering there, he was basically getting ready to just charge in whenever they started roping down. So as soon as those guys hit the deck, he's basically on top of them. So he's going to use his maneuver to run in, and then his action to start some sword action.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, that is, let's see. Gonna be 10 damage, Pierce 4,
To damage Pierce 4? Okay.
and for the advantage, I still crit because I got upgrade with my Vibro Sword. Crits on 1.
Okay. With your mighty swing, you actually decapitate the one in front of you, and the swing actually... You actually slip, but the swing actually impales next guy in the heart. So you just took out 2.
Jeez.
Very nice.
That's like close to breach 0.5.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so he looks up at the waiting guys ready to fast rope, and he's like, "Yeah, come on."
And the last guy is going to make a fear check, actually, against his discipline, which is
Nice.
now just 2. And he's very... Oh, you know, he's so freaked out, he's actually going to jump off the train, basically. So you don't worry about him.
Okay.
He was not very professional at that point. All right, so now it's another player, I believe. You know, I actually forgot about the free maneuver I got rolled for the triumph of one of the guys. So actually, you know what? If I may interrupt real quick before another player goes, another team fast ropes down, and they're just sitting there. That's all they are. They're just sitting on the deck, ready to shoot.
So Gil would like to shoot.
Whoever's up.
So if you guys don't mind, I'll go ahead and shoot.
So actually,
The last of the first group that roped down? Or should I go for the... Actually, let me
no,
shoot at
the first group is gone, so you gotta worry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
first group's gone.
Doc's
No,
one, right?
shoot at the second group there.
It's Alt-Shift 5, right? There you go. Okay, and who's going next?
I will... There's no difficulty, right? Because it's short.
Oh, it's just one dice. These guys do not have any cool things like adversary. I know for fun I'll actually upgrade the difficulty, just so you have 1 red to roll. Oh, never mind. You already rolled. And you missed anyway.
I missed anyway, so...
But you know what? With that advantage, what do you want to do with that?
I'll pass a boost die to the next person to shoot. And I think that's gonna be it, unless you guys have any other ideas.
Okay. All right, so now it's the next 2 PCs. All right, so the guys down there you just shot at, you said you gave them a boost die, next person being shooting them, right? Okay, so you're not giving them any setback dice, that's all I'm asking.
Well, hold on. So we'll use 1 to pass a boost die, and then 1 to do a setback on their next shot.
All right, sounds good. Well, they're actually they are going to aim at Jasper since he's right next to the anti-air turret, and it looks like it's working to them. So they're going to aim, and they're going to take a shot at you, young man.
No, Jasper.
Okay, so just 2 and short range. Any defense, Jasper?
2 defense.
Okay.
3.
So,
Wait. Yeah, 2 defense.
okay, so they're at 3 setback. Roll. Oh.
Ouch.
You know what? With that triumph, they're actually going to what they're going to do is they're shooting at you. They actually moved you back, and they've basically taken over the anti-air gun. They've pushed everyone away. They're going to jump on that next time they get to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They've pushed you back out of the way. That's their triumph. They've set themselves in a very advantageous thing. And then they're going to take the 1 strain. Cool beans. All right, now the next NPC group. All right. For the next person, the next one coming down is actually looks like a really big fellow. He fast ropes down and he pulls out a vibro greatsword. And that's going to be his thing because he had to actually pull it out when he hit the deck. So that's actually his 2 actions. He didn't have quick draw. All right. So players now. Let me notate that down. NPC. In fact, that's all the NPCs because the 1 NPC group is dead, right? I already went 1, 2, 3. No, so there's 1 more left.
Right, so is there cover in the room?
You know what? You can not really. It's kind of an open, flat thing. There's actually the sides are open and everything. Except, other than the if you wanted to break into the control room that's in the front, You could take cover in there if you were so inclined. But
That
that'd be a skullduggery check just to open the door.
Okay, well, I'll try it. So, running over and skullduggery against what? Like, what difficulty?
Oh, sorry. I was answering Brandon there.
All good.
It'll be at a hard difficulty. Upgrade it once, and don't forget the setback.
Oh, what was the setback?
Oh, for the jostling of the train. Just
Oh, I
reminding
thought
you.
it wasn't as bad anymore.
That's right. Yeah, no, you're good. Sorry.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say.
Do. Aha! Ahow!
You fall prone.
It's like I succeeded and canceled out every threat. Just kidding. Ooh, 3 turns. Bugger that.
Okay. Okay. You get it open. But you actually were you using a lockpick or anything like that? Like, were you having any tools specifically for picking locks?
Oh wait, what kind of lock was it?
A standard mechanical lock.
Oh, in that case, I don't think so.
All right. You know what? We'll just we're gonna give for 3 threat. We're gonna say you have boost die to be shot at. A boost die to be shot at next turn.
Cool.
And you're gonna take a strain.
All right. Quick question then. You need to go over your threshold, right, to pass out?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
All right.
Let's not take any more strain then.
Oh, sorry. It was 10. Tommy.
All right, thank you. Any pierce or anything?
No, they're just standard carbines. Those 2 groups we're using.
All right. Is it Boj left?
Let me check the thing here. Yeah, that was Kivera went. Yeah, it's your left, and then the last NPC sitting in the boarding shuttle.
Okay.
Actually, Jasper, have you gone yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so it's... Ouch.
I can just try to take a shot at one of them. They're short range, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just take a shot with my Relby.
Okay.
And I'll aim once, and let me see if there's anything else. And I'll upgrade it, might as well.
Wow.
All right, cool. 13 points of damage, but it's got some pierce on that, thanks to Rio.
So that's 13.
Pierce 2.
13, Pierce 2. Okay. Well, so there's so okay, it's just the full 13. Okay. All right. So.
And instead of strain for that threat, I'll just give myself a disadvantage for the next turn.
Okay, certainly. How about this? You'll have a setback on your next shot.
Okay.
All right. And you headshot it with a lucky shot. Just a good shot right into one of the guy's heads, and he fell over. And the other guy actually gets jostled by the hit there. So that'll be the extra damage that carried over. Okay. Now it is Mr. Boj's turn.
Cool. Well, I think he's just gonna stand up, and then we'll do an inspiring rhetoric.
Okay. You know what? For giggles, I'm gonna spend a destiny point to make that upgraded on you.
All right. Let's see what we can do. All right. Who has the most? Oh, no one's doing great. We'll do it to Key since he's closest to going over, so he can recover 4 strain.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And you get a boost die for 3 turns.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, that's
All
all I got.
Can Dox just shield bash the sword dude?
Well, he's
Alright.
about to go after the sword guy. I mean, he sees a sword. He wants to duel someone. So
All right. Actually, yeah, it is the beginning of the turn again. Are you gonna flip the destiny point? All right.
There we go.
Like I said, you know what, you pull the ship up and you're right there. So you go ahead and insert yourself into the turn roster wherever I think you already rolled, right? So you're at 1.1. There you go. Okay. Well, hey, actually, no, I forgot about the last NPC. But you still show up. But let's see, one more minion group bolts down from the chopper, and they will actually.
So you have 5
They-
groups,
they-
but you only rolled for 4?
I did 4 because I did the one that came down that he took out, right? Then I did the guy with the great sword. Then I did another minion group, and then I forgot about the 4th one. I did already pull them down. I want to say I didn't pull down the 4th one.
One attacked Boge, one attacked Jasper.
Yeah, and then, well, those guys, the guys that attacked Boge were killed off by the good old, I'll just roll with what we got. So you got the one minion group and the one guy down there. I'm pretty sure I should have another minion group, but I'm not going to worry about it if I can't keep track right now. All right, well, so the NPC gets to go first. Seeing you with the sword and the shield, Docs.
If the minion group that attacked Docs was the first to go, shouldn't it be the top minion group that died?
There's no, I don't think there's anything in the rules about where to take out the NPC things, and since, well, what do you guys think?
You can have him
I
go
imagine
first.
that whatever they rolled would be the one that was taken out of the order. So I don't know.
No,
Not
yeah.
necessarily the one they acted on, but
Right, it would be
Yeah,
whatever
that-
slot they rolled.
Yeah, that's hard to keep track of. So yeah, whatever you think, Jan.
Well, they were actually, that group was one of the 2s, so I'll just give it to this one. Alt shift 5 strike, and then take the strike out of this one. There you go. Okay, so great sword guy is going to point at you, Docs, and kind of give you a challenge, and then leap at you. He is
all right.
okay. He is going to use his ability to take 2 strain, upgrade his attack twice.
And in melee, that'll be 4 setbacks for Doc's armor.
Gotcha. And, he will take the extra maneuver to aim with that much setback. Jeez. All right, anything else I need to worry about? Actually, he's going to even spend destiny points, so
Okay.
let's see what happens. Nice. Okay. You know what?
That's been hurt.
He is going to, with that advantage, he's actually going to start knocking you back towards the edge of the train. He's moving you backwards. And let's see, Vibro Greatsword is, where did my freaking stat go? Stat block, do. I always forget where I put those things. Vibro, where is it? Okay, and then adds in his strength, so +3. So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage
Okay.
with the it has a Pierce 1 default, right? It doesn't have any mods on it. So there you go. Like I said, he has forced you to the edge of the kind of the thing. If he's trying to force you off.
All right. Doc is
All right.
actually pretty delighted by this.
All right, it's now
And,
your turn.
I guess since he's currently engaged in a duel, I guess he'll go now then.
Sounds good.
So, yeah. Guess he'll aim twice. And I'm going to take a Destiny just because.
And he'll upgrade it. And he is adversary 1.
Okay. So that'll be 2 reds. Okay.
Oh, hey, what do you want to happen?
Let me tell you.
Wow.
Well, wait. What do you? Oh, 1 second. Let me figure out.
Go
this.
ahead and explain exactly what happened.
Well, we don't know what his HP is like.
No, just tell me how much damage you did.
All right, one second. That'll be 13 Pierce 4.
Nice.
13 Pierce 4. Okay, he is actually, he would take a crit from going over his wound threshold, so you want to roll that for him?
Yeah, it'll be Vicious 1. Oh, wait. If he goes over, no, it's just base if he goes over, right? Doesn't matter what the weapon is. Because I didn't technically crit yet. So there's his base crit, 93.
Okay, and that's Vicious 1, right? So that's 90. Well, you use the weapon to crit, so I'm going to say he gets the 10. That's 100%.
So then, can I use my things to actually crit again? Like, 'cause
certainly.
That's what I wanted to use them for. Okay.
Certainly.
So since he already has that and it's Vicious
Then
1,
you-
it'll be
then
plus 20 base. And I'll take 30, 40, 50. And so is crit plus 50.
That puts him on the
not bad.
end is nigh.
So that's another 90 right there, or just add that 50 onto the 93. Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay, whatever you want.
That just means
Is this guy down? Alright.
he dies at the end of the next round.
Alright, yeah, so can I just explain what happens here?
Certainly.
Okay, yeah. So this guy comes down with a greatsword and Dox kind of takes that on the shield and sort of whips it out of the way, and then he kind of arcs up, and with about the foremost inch and a half of his vibro sword, he sort of cuts across the bridge of his throat and basically ventilates him. It's like a master stroke, and Dox just kind of lets his sword fall and is
That's the end of that.
he drops the mic pretty much.
In this case, the mic with this
Okay.
man's jugular.
On seeing that, the last remaining minion group of seeing their leader taken out is going to make a fear check. Let's see. We'll base it off of the advantages you rolled, and then one more just for the general fear of it against their discipline, since they still have all three. They get to roll this. Oh, you know what? They are panicked. They are going to go last now. So, you players get to go now until the end, I guess. They've panicked.
Yeah, so Rebecca's wondering what he can actually do from the ship. I mean, I can fire on their ship.
Do you want to take out the transport thing before it starts taking off here?
If everyone's okay with that?
Yeah,
I can
do the
try to
thing.
attack it. Yeah, I can aim, and then average difficulty is probably a silhouette 4, right?
Yeah, we'll just say it's average for simplicity.
Okay, so
And
aiming...
N1 gives you an assist.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're good then. Yeah, so that is 8 linked once again, so that would be 8 2 times over.
16. This shuttle, I didn't even really write stats for it, so you just blew it out of the sky.
And a boost whoever's next.
Alright. Alright, so who's up next? You just have the one minion group who's currently panicked.
So Gil will shoot at that minion group. He'll aim and then shoot.
Certainly.
Go figure, right?
Alright. Missed
So
them.
boost die to the next person shooting.
But you've panicked them even more. And they're just kind of running around with their heads with their chicken cut off. You know what I mean?
Strike that. Reverse it.
You know what I mean?
It's the same thing, really.
Alright, who's next? Oh, it's one of those days.
So who else is left?
I can go,
Okay.
Yeah, so that was... Rebecca's gone.
unless you wanted to go.
This NPC is gone.
Well, I don't have a ton I could do.
All right, I will
yeah,
try
you
shooting
got-
again.
Gil is gone. Still got Durin and Key.
Oh, we're not in another round since Jasper took his shot.
No, we're on the next round. I was just
Okay.
I forgot to do the bookkeeping for the initiative, but luckily enough I remembered who went already.
All right, I'll shoot at that next group then, if that's okay.
Sounds perfect to me.
9 Pierce 2.
Okay. That actually, you know what? You've already taken out the one, right? Actually, geez, I forgot you already killed one. And then that did enough damage left over that you killed the second one. There's just the one guy left, and he's gonna panic. He's gonna try and do another discipline roll against the fear real quick, and depending upon whether or not he makes it, then what happens? He immediately surrenders. He just drops his gun and has his hands in the air.
Okay.
Up to you guys what you do with him.
Let's see if we can convince him to spy on the ER clan for us or give us some intel on them. We might want to do that when we're not on the train.
Okay.
But
All right. Sure, Rebecca, if you want to do a hot pickup where you kind of have the ship over the thing and kind of have them load up on the ramp, it's going to be a 4 difficulty piloting.
could we have, since Key got into the control room, have him just slow or stop the train?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, would that be a check for me?
No, it's just you. Boop.
Okay.
Just controlled stop is the key.
So while that's happening, I'm going to take out the second set of binders I have and bind up the guy who surrendered.
All right, perfect.
So do I need to do any piloting checks then, or are we all stopped and we're boarding?
No, you've all stopped.
All right. Dox is going to collect the draw back up, assuming he hasn't been killed by, collateral damage or anything.
No. He, luckily enough, he managed to stay where he was.
Good.
Is there still a great sword sitting around, or did it fall off when the guy fell?
Oh no, it landed in front of Dox's feet, almost like it was a
Sign.
a reward or some sort.
Yeah, he would have taken the sword, taken the sword of his enemy, stuff like that.
Nice.
And Key has his glitter stem.
Yeah, another story for Wayrite, right?
Boj, before they get on the ship, is just going to sign the contract, thanks for hiring the rowdy raiders, and then drop it on the train.
Nice.
All right, perfect. All right. So actually, you guys will then meet up with Yuri. Oh no, so you guys you're already on the ship. Okay, yeah. Yuri is on the ship as well. He actually could have helped you out with the piloting. He's a pretty good pilot. All right, there you go. You guys take off, and you've won. There you go.
Woo!
Quick question: did anyone ever do a medical check on? Actually, examine Lorky Toto?
Jasper did.
Well,
Right?
I was asking you about that.
That's right.
and
I might have missed it.
bother.
You
know
said don't worry about making a check.
That's right. Now, that was for the one thing. You know what? I'll just say.
Well, I mean, when I asked that, I meant just in terms of
in
general.
Yeah, you know what?
Because he would have checked his vitals and all that stuff.
No, you're right. I totally. No, you're fine. Lorky will actually. He'll come and say, hey, "Have you deactivated the chip that's been installed in me yet?"
Oh.
We'll just say
I'll do
that for
now.
simplicity. Yeah. He has a slaver tracking chip installed inside of his shoulder.
Okay.
Gosh, let's check the Rebellion guy, the
Oops, wrong
Imperial, and the Droll for that as well.
Definitely.
And how hard is it to deactivate?
It'll actually be. You can either remove it or deactivate it. Removing it is going to be a medical check. On Lorky, because of where it's positioned, it's actually going to be a 4 difficulty, a daunting.
We also have sawbones now.
Well, that's actually back at the base, and I don't want it to be.
Oh,
at
that's on the base. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to burn the last little bit of these dark side points just for the fun of it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stim up again. Oh, I can't. I don't have enough strain to do it. So never
It's
mind.
been long enough. You can try force healing yourself again, though.
Oh, okay. I'll
And
do that.
the encounter has ended, so you all can do a cool /
I
discipline
was going
check.
to say.
All right. I'll do that first. So I'll wipe 2 strain. I'm actually in a different screen. Can someone do me a favor and wipe 2 of my strain?
I got it.
And then
You're at 9.
I'm at 9. Oh, I still don't have it. Oh, I can force heal myself though, so I'll try that.
Gonna say for this hard check, Boj
That's
might
wipe
also
6.
stand over your shoulder and be inspiring.
All right. So first, though, I'm going to stim myself, and hopefully this works.
Wow.
Yes.
By the way,
And then-
everyone can recover 1 strain and get a boost for the next 3 rolls.
Nice. So I'm going to get 2 boost dice then, because you're helping me and you're also. Or
Yeah,
no, should I
also.
have?
You could have key help, and I'm just standing back and being encouraging.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 boost dice. Awesome.
Ooh.
All right, so here goes, and then I'm going to upgrade as well. So that's a medical check, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so. All right, here goes. Eesh.
Ah.
Nice.
Perfect. You know what? You've caused 2 strain to him, but he's going to be okay. We'll say that. Okay. For the draw.
He's not too bitter.
For the draw, luckily enough, when Key tried to turn off his cybernetic, he turned off the tracking chip. To remove it will just be a hard mechanics check, and for the officer and the for the 2 officers, it would also just be just a hard check. But I'll go ahead and just upgrade all the checks. Just get rid of all these dark side points. I can have all these at the end, right? Doesn't feel right. So that should be all of them.
So who has the best mechanics?
I think you have 1 rank, and Jasper has the most intellect.
No, I don't.
so
I don't have any ranks in mechanics.
Oh.
I only have 3 green.
Then
Yeah, I think. I mean, Jasper still has his 5 intellect right now.
I would
so-
say
Okay, then yeah.
you definitely
His key is his
well,
thing.
Key's good for the boost die for helping.
Yeah.
You can always burn life side points.
So we'd get 4 green, 1 yellow, and 2 boost. If we did a light side.
Sounds right to me.
I kind of wonder if it's one of these things where Key just watches tons and tons of holovids, so he always has like little random pieces of knowledge for like every little thing.
he's got a
he's-
eidetic memory.
He's
Yeah.
he's got 3 intellect already, so
I do believe it.
I'm fine with making my character super smart.
Alright, so who's rolling it?
I'd imagined Jasper was going to again.
Oh wait, sorry, I missed that. What am I rolling?
You have the highest natural intellect.
Oh, what am I? What skill am I rolling?
Mechanics.
Mechanics for the draw and medicine for the officers to cut it out of them.
and it's only hard this time. It's not daunting.
Got it.
They had installed it basically.
Yeah.
In a nice little hard to reach space on.
But he flipped for
Okay.
all of them, so it's
I'll flip all of mine as well. So it's two purple, 1 red. You're saying?
he'll just be poking around helping.
Yes.
Okay. And do I still get the inspiring stuff from you guys?
You do.
From-
You have it for
yeah.
3
Oh, yeah.
checks. So the
Alright.
last guy doesn't get the boost, the extra boost, because you did
Okay.
the one on the Lorky.
Jeez.
Okay, he's fine. The draw's fine.
Next is the Imperial.
Actually, with that many advantage, you think you have these systems down. Like, if you could actually build these slave chips. I don't think you'd want to. But what I'm gonna say is, you're gonna get a downgrade of the difficulty on removing them. So or a decrease of the difficulty. So it'll just be the 1 red, 1 purple for the rest of the checks.
Okay, cool. So I've got 1 more at the nice boost.
Oh, jeez.
And Jasper can teach Key about those chips later.
Yeah, let's say that's the rebel, and then we'll just give the Imperial the last one.
Gotcha. Well, you can carry over. Just do the same pool for the last one. That many advantage. Just
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, the Imperial Officer's chip, as you're pulling it out, activates. You need to get rid of it quickly. It's set to explode.
Can you just smash it?
That would actually set off the explosive device. It's not a very large one, but it's meant to. It's meant to. It'll kill you if you're holding it.
Yeah, space it.
Yeah, just
Basic.
throw it out the back.
All right. A little. All right, there you go. Cool beans.
Ooh.
But as well, you've accidentally done permanent damage while pulling it out as well. So the Imperial Officer, unfortunately, will always have a setback dice on his agility checks when
Although
it comes to using his
unit.
arms
Uh,
until he gets it repaired. Basically a
oh
crit.
no, that's so sad.
No one cares about him.
Such a tragic end for the Imperials. Rebecca is
All
so
right.
angry.
Well, so that's the end. The broker will come back on and say, I'm awaiting your report.
Well, first off, you might need to do a little bit of covering your tracks because people found out who Lorky worked for.
Indeed. We will have to do some covering. Do you know what was the name of the mercenary company holding him?
It's led by a Trandoshan named Crad.
Well, he was just your out of he was just the contact you to talk to, and the broker actually knows who it is. It's just kind of a asking to see if you found out kind of thing. But okay.
I think it was the Crips, Bloods, one of those.
All right. But the agent's been recovered. Lorky at this point played up and said, yes, they got me out without too much trouble. Luckily enough.
So Rebecca comes forward with the Wookiee younglings and is like, we need to find a home.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we rescued people too.
Can we keep them?
Oh God.
Say that they might stick around the safe house for a little bit, but we'll find them a safe home soon. All right. Anything else to report? Anything special?
There's the Imperial that we can interrogate as well.
Always good to have more Imperials to ask questions.
Yeah.
Menace enters
Other
the
news. It was the Yar clan who were really gunning for Lorky. Seems like when they found out who he worked for, they grew a lot more interested and attacked the train that he was being kept on.
Very well. You all have done admirably.
Speaking of Yar clan, I'm going to push the Rhodian forward. We got a present for you.
He's just kind of gibbering. He's totally afraid. You know, you'd swear you hear a smile in the broker's voice as they say, good, we can use them. For such exemplary service, I'll reward you each 3,000 credits.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, also
As
one
well.
thing I wanted to put forth is that, you know, the team did such a great job. I would think that maybe the ER clan would want to pull back just for a little bit, so maybe we should strike off a little bit of that group obligation.
Well, I was going to go to all the obligation, loss, and gain at the very end. This is just kind of... Does anyone want to negotiate with the broker on the pay? Do we even do that anymore, Tommy? I don't know. I haven't had anyone try.
I mean, it's really up to the players. The only problem is that, like, I also don't really want the players to know all the broker's skills, so...
My thing is, I've done it a couple times, but I feel kind of weird doing it every single mission.
No, yeah, okay,
yeah,
no, sounds good.
This was a good payday already.
We'll just let it go.
Yeah.
As well, let's see.
I mean, I could argue it for the fact that we got so many hostages for him, but...
Well, I'm saying, since you managed to capture the ER guy, he gave you a little bonus for that, and then...
Okay. Well, if he's told us that, then yeah, I don't think we would argue it at all.
Yeah, no, he's giving you a bonus for that, and also the Imperial officer. The Rebel officer, it's kind of a... I'm assuming you're not going to turn him over to the broker, right? So, you're going to let him go, so it's not a big deal.
Private Shorebecca has told him to sit in the back. He's kind of explained the situation that maybe we're not a group of rebels, but we're going to make sure you get back to the rebellion safely.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. Well, with that, the broker will actually say, I'll see, have fun getting back to the safe house, and cuts off. Lorky will stand up and thank you guys now, saying, thank you all very much. I was stuck for a little while there. I'm very grateful. I think I'll be hanging around the safe house a little while myself. I'm sure I'll see you around there, just until I take off. And that's just a little smile, and that's it. He has to say. Okay, so actually, I think that's pretty much it. I guess I come down to the experience now.
Okay.
We'll say definitely a stellar performance, gentlemen. So let me pull up my...
Thank you.
Hunting for answers.
I thought we did quite well.
All right.
Yeah.
No, actually,
We have the draw, so we could have figured out who the owners were, right?
Oh yeah, you forgot to tell the. Oh yeah, do you want to tell the broker anything about the draw? Sorry, I'm keeping my
We
head
collected.
straight.
In addition, we collected an apparent slave of the clan. We disabled the technology that was keeping him enslaved.
Very well. I'm pretty sure Balkan will enjoy another addition to his research team.
Oh gosh.
All right, and we'll ask him many questions and download what he has. Okay. All right, on the experience points, the base is 15 for successful completion. For actually managing to avoiding gaining obligation from the Scorekeepers Collective, which was the mercenary group you guys are dealing with, is actually going to be an extra 2 experience points because you disabled the cameras and managed to keep yourself from basically gaining any real notoriety with them because all the transitions that were on the train died, essentially. And instead you disabled the cameras. So, up to, 17. What was the next one? Okay. Getting the terminal and turning off the cameras was +1 in and of itself. Taking out Horrigan was an additional 1 with force. So that's
See the droid thing or Sparky thing?
Yeah, he was the Sparky thing. I'm not going to tell you his secrets, but he's actually organic, believe it or not.
Well, his secrets are now rolling at 60 miles an hour behind the train.
Don't worry. He was Destiny Point. He survived. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. And also +1 for the rescuing of the rebel officer. And
what about the Wookiees?
You know, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
+1 for the Wookiees. So I'm actually up at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 21 already right here. So.
Well, we did do a lot.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, and now anything particularly? Who would you vote as the kind of the MVP for this particular session?
I would say the 2 that stood out the most would be Sherbecca and Key.
There you go. +1 MVP.
Well, actually, and also 2 Boj for getting up there and doing the stuff up above.
Yeah, he really helped you guys by getting those Trandoshans out of the way, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you know what? I'll let's see. So that's so
we'll have to put it to a vote.
5.
Well, and also Docs did take out the 2 big rivals on his own.
I think we had great. I think what it was is we just had awesome synergy this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a rain of death on the robot originally, or the non-robot, I guess.
True. I just have the mental
Cyborg.
image of him shoving someone out the train.
That was pretty awesome. He definitely weakened it. It was definitely a team action there. But so we'll just give another +1 for the awesome performance overall. So that'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 22 experience points, fellas.
Well done, guys.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
was
good.
awesome.
Actually,
I feel like we did well.
yeah. So sorry I had trouble keeping track of stuff today.
Oh, no worries. I mean, it's the holidays, so I really appreciate you putting something together for it.
Especially with how last minute it was.
Yeah, especially since I had this mission written up already, but I left it in Pennsylvania on my computer. I never uploaded it, so I was like, I gotta make this.
Dude,
then,
Google Docs, man.
I know. I had done that before. You showed me the magic of Google Docs. I just never.
Oh my gosh, it's
I
like...
never remember to upload it. All right.
Well, I always just do stuff in Google Docs now, just from the get-go.
No, that's what I do now as well. With our 12 Faces of Fear thing. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's also. I think I've pretty much got it down. I just want you to take a look at the document and tell me what you think. But we'll do that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah. No obligation was gained. Because you guys managed to cover up most of your stuff. The ER clan, I was thinking with the information gained from that minion, and I was going to say he gets placed kind of like a double agent for a loss of 2 group obligation. You think that's fair, Tommy? He's actually actively feeding them bad information.
So how much are we wiping then?
Just 2.
2. That sounds good. I like that.
So let's go to group up.
Wow, that's a pretty major thing, guys.
Yeah, we accomplished a lot.
So I would say, though, don't change it for the next group, obviously, but after them. So,
Oops.
and I'm not gonna touch it so that
Control Z.
they don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will make a little. I'll just make a little side note on the revenge on it down in the thing, and then it's just like minus 2.
So did Rebecca gain a contact in the rebellion?
Yes, actually, since you rescued that guy, you're actually gonna gain. I'm gonna say 4 duty. I think that's pretty much a good one right there. Boj, for helping, I'd say you get half that. Rebecca gets the credit because he saw him first, basically.
That's fine. Bosch
But
isn't
you were
yeah,
on the
duty.
on the team, and you certainly helped out. So
Yay.
we'll give you 2. Does that sound fair, everybody?
That works.
All right. So I will let you guys notate that in your sheet. Cool beans. There you go. I don't think. Actually, and Rebecca, for the punch in that Empire, the Imperial officer, give one more duty, because you want to see the Empire beaten down, right? Just one more.
Yes. Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I think that covers everything. I need to do your morality thing, right? Right, Tommy?
Yeah, so I took, yeah, we'll say that I took 1 conflict because I was trying to heal strain and it didn't work. Player-wise, I know that I couldn't do that, but character-wise, I wouldn't know. So, gosh, I'm really so dumb. I'm still going to go up, though, so. So yeah, I'll just do the 1d10. So roll 1d10 minus 1.
So you guys just got lucky with that stealth check. If Horgan had got the drop on you, it'd have been good times. Like I said, but his
We got lucky on a good amount of checks.
Actually, happens a lot. I think he's gonna get more vigilant though. He's definitely learned his lesson.
So, question: you said I picked up a fletchet launcher, right?
Oh yes, you did. It's actually
Was it
loaded with
anti-vehicle or infantry?
It's anti-vehicle.
Ooh.
Yeah, it only has 1 shot left in it though. I think it's a limit at 4, right? It only has 1 left because they were using it to shoot out.
Not like I'm gonna get a chance to really use it, but
Is this just a regular vibro greatsword, by the way?
Yeah, just regular, no special enhancements.
Gotcha.
There is a small ER symbol on the hilt.
Oh, ugh.
You might want to note that
stand
down.
that out.
Okay. Then I think we're good, guys. Let me.
Awesome. Yeah, we pretty much finished on time too.
I'll go ahead and I'm gonna stop recording now. All right. So everyone that's out there in YouTube land, have a good one.
Yeah, have a good.